Stay Tuned Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of two possibly intoxicated idiots watching the National Football League.
Oh, we hit the wrong one, didn't we? It's been that kind of day, folks. Let's switch over to this one. We're actually here. Hey, everybody, how you doing? It's King here, and thank you for tuning in here to Stay Tuned Sports as we get ready for Sunday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs visiting the giant ButtholeDome there in Atlanta to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Man, just when you think Week 2 was like, man, that's crazy. Week 2 is crazy, man. It can't get any more crazy than Week 2 was, can it? Sure enough, it definitely was. Now, oh wait, I have the wrong thing up here. We're going to change that, and we're going to get that back up there as we have the Taylor counter there, as we can see. Hi, Taylor. How you doing? Because the reason I want to bring this up is just, first of all, I want to say a couple things. Number one, I was right about the Minnesota Vikings beating the Houston Texans. I want to put that out there. It's one of the few things I was right about today because, again, I think I only have 5 wins in my picks for this week. So, again, not doing great. But what are you going to do? We'll see. But again, we have that. We had the Cowboys getting stomped early on, and then all of a sudden they go ahead and are all the way back, come within 3 points of getting back, and just can't quite get that last little bit of possession. So we have the Cowboys. That was crazy. Hey, the Giants won today. Didn't look like that in the kickoff, where we fumbled it and the Browns then scored on that fumble. So that wasn't great. But again, the Giants came around. They got the win. First win. Daniel Jones looks good. Malik Neighbors is a guy. Giants defense actually showed up. I'm not sure if that's because the Giants defense is good or because Deshaun Watson is just that bad. Because I think Deshaun Watson is just that bad. What else did we have today? Lions beat the Cardinals. Colts beat the Bears in Indianapolis. We have all the scores. So I got to get the out-of-town scoreboard up here. So that's what I'm going to do now. Pull this up. Shouldn't have had up already, but I was too busy making graphics and logos, and I forgot to get the out-of-town scoreboard up there. So that's on me. That's my fault. But we'll get this set up, ready to go for kickoff between the Chiefs and the Falcons. I picked the Falcons in this game on the Friday forecast, which you can go ahead and watch here on Stay Tuned Sports on the YouTube channel here, which, by the way, if you want to, and know whenever we upload any videos on here, like, share, subscribe. Helps us out a ton. Likes get us in the algorithm. Clearly, the subscriptions, the more subscriptions we get, the closer we get to monetization. And then me and Jimbo can say something stupid and be demonetized. So that's kind of the goal here, to go ahead and do that. And sharing us around helps us reach those goals as well. And for everybody who has subscribed and is sticking with us here in the early going, thank you so much. You guys have no idea how much that means. Also, we have our donation station and our merch store links. Those are down in the description if you want to check those out. Also, for our Discord, we have the link down there as well. So let's take a look here at the out-of-town scoreboard that I had up here, which I now have to redo and get everything set up and da-da-da-da-da. You know the drill. Let's see here. Got to get this set back up. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. We want that one. There we go. Haha, see? Industry and technology working for a better tomorrow. But there we see. The Steelers, well, the Steelers 3-0. That's why the Ravens really needed to win that game in Dallas today, and they almost let it slip through their fingers. Can you imagine if the Ravens lost that game? I think that was a bit of a desperation game for both teams. It really was desperation for both Baltimore and Dallas. Dallas really couldn't lose that game after losing to New Orleans badly, 44-19 the week before. Now, again, at least with this game, they showed a little bit of fight. Again, is that them showing fight, or is that Lamar and the Ravens, again, not being able to close out a game? As we saw on one of the stats on Fox before the game ended, the Ravens have lost 10 games. I want to say in the last, what did they say, in the last season, 2 seasons, 2022? I forget what the actual time frame was. But in the time that, or maybe since Lamar Jackson's been quarterback, was that I don't know. But whatever it was, in a recent amount of time, they have lost 10 games when leading by 7 or more points in the fourth quarter. So Ravens have a real inability to close out games. And again, they almost lost this one to the Cowboys, in which they were up big. Something else we need to talk about, and we do need to talk about, once I go ahead and fix some of this stuff here. But one thing we have to talk about, Carolina Panthers. They absolutely destroyed the Raiders today. And I said this, we were going over, like, oh, Bryce Young, maybe not that good, or but, it's hard to be good in there, and all those other things that we were saying. Nice flowery language, but I'm starting. Andy Dalton went in there and won with the same players around that Bryce Young had. Maybe Bryce was the problem. But now you got to figure who wants him. Who wants that? Like, that's I don't know. But is this a turnaround for Carolina? Is Andy Dalton the secret? The Red Rocket? The Red Rifle? I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be the next thing for them. But there you go. Denver going to Tampa and crushing the Buccaneers. Just when we started believing in Baker. Baker! I believed in you. And you go ahead and you break my heart. You break my heart, Fredo. So that was kind of unfortunate when we saw that. What am I looking for here? That's what I'm looking for. Yeah. So Baker with the loss. Unfortunate there. Like I said before, Colts beat the Bears 21-16. Philadelphia, and I'll give credit where credit is due. Philadelphia's defense held the Saints to 12 points after they scored 49 in the first week against the Panthers and 44 against the Cowboys last week. So, and Jimbo thought, a lot of people thought that, especially that Eagles run defense was not the best. But they were able to hold Alvin Kamara. They were able to hold them to 12 points. And Goddard, the tight end for the Eagles today, was their absolute MVP. Saquon got the 2 touchdowns, but those were set up by Goddard and the big plays that he had. The Eagles do not win this game without him. Jalen Hurts, again, with 2 turnovers. Nick Sirianni with the dumbest coaching decisions in the history of coaching. How he doesn't have more heat on him for the nonsense that he's done, I don't know. But yeah, that's what it is. Minnesota 34-7 over Houston, as we saw. Green Bay 30-14 win over Tennessee. Green Bay undefeated with Malik Willis at the helm. Is there a quarterback controversy in Green Bay? No, there's not. But if you're the Packers going 2-0 with Jordan Love out, and with it seeming like he's gonna be back next week for the Vikings game, which is turning out to be a big game. That's going to be a big game for that division, as the Vikings are 3-0. The Lions, like I said, won in Arizona, so they're 2-1 now. Rams beat the Niners. The Rams are now 2-1. The Niners are 1-2. No, I'm sorry. The Rams are 1-2. Yeah, they lost their first 2 games. So yeah, the Rams really needed to win that game. So my pardon. Pardon me. Yes. But that's where we are with that. Why is this not showing up? Why is my chat not showing up? That's what I want. Live chat. By the way, if you do want to join us in chat, usually we have a subscription on. It helps to hopefully build up the subscription and have everybody like that. But for right now, you want to join us in the chat, it's open. Come in. You can come say hi, say what's up, what's going on down here in the chat as we're getting ready for this game to kick off. They've already done the Carrie Underwood stuff. They're still doing all the fluff and circumstance here. 8:17. We only got about, a couple more minutes here before this game kicks off. I don't know what else is going on. I'm hoping for good things here. Is Taylor even at this game? Wait, hold on. I have the Taylor counter up here. I didn't even look if she's there. If she's not there, I got to take the Taylor counter off. My nephew thinks he's funny. Let's see here. What do I got to check? Where is Taylor at the game? Let me check the X. The X is usually pretty good on that. The Twits, the X, Twitter X. Let's see. What do we got? Is she there? I'm not seeing any pictures. Let me go to my source. Source? Is Taylor Swift at the game?
I haven't seen her yet.
Oh, boy. Is she not there? Is there trouble in paradise between Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? Stay tuned. Let's see here. I do kind of love that. I ask people to join the chat, but on my phone I'm getting live feedback for how we're doing from my nephew who's watching. Thank you very much, Thomas. You're doing very well. Thank you for the feedback. It's wonderful. Let's see here. Taylor Swift. Latest. What do we got? I'm not seeing anything about her being there. Oh my God, I don't think she's there. I haven't seen anything. I got a Taylor counter here, and if there's no Taylor, what are we doing? It's hard to see on Twitter because a lot of people, like I just saw somebody call Taylor Swift the spawn of Saturn, which I think they might have been trying to say Satan. But Taylor Swift wearing a nice satin negligee, that's not bad either. So, if she's the spawn of Saturn, it's nice satin sheets, very nice, good in the summertime. Nice and cooling. It's a very nice cooling effect if you have the satin there. So yeah, well, I just want to make sure that I don't have the Taylor Swift counter up here for no reason. If she's not there, I got to get it off my screen. As good as her butt looks in that picture, we can't. We don't want superfluous Taylor Swift. But yeah, I don't see anything about her being at the game. So let's see. I guess we're just going to have to take a look and see on faith. If I don't see her, like if we go through the first quarter and I don't see, they don't do a shot of her, because if she's there, they'll show her. But if we get through the first quarter and there's no shots of Taylor Swift, Taylor counter is going off. We're going to be left with just the flag counter. And we're going to have plenty of flags in this game, as we know with the NFL. These refs have been... Know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I still got my Baja Blast, too. That's good. Which I'm going to need. Had Baja Blast for a little lunch, dinner, little dinner, if you will. And when you get that, I always hit the mic. Got a little Baja Blast. You can't have Taco Bell without Baja Blast. Like, there's no point. And that's why I'm also glad that they have the diet Baja Blast for my diabetic ass. So I can go ahead and enjoy that along with my healthy Taco Bell options there as my double beef burrito with a Cheez-It stuffed inside. It was very good. Very good. If you haven't tried the giant Cheeto, or not Cheeto, a giant Cheez-It there at Taco Bell, go ahead, get it. It's what it says on the tin. It's a giant ass Cheez-It. So, I know for a fact. Oh wait, I should probably medicine up here too. I have a sister who is very addicted to Cheez-Its, so I'd imagine she's tried it at this point. She's had to have tried the giant Cheez-It at Taco Bell, right? I would imagine so. Not bad medication, just for the diabetes. That's all. Nothing nefarious going on here. As we see them talking there to Kirk Cousins, old Kirko 2 Chains, as they get ready to kick off this game. Do we know who won the toss? I'll say it, man. Melissa Stark's been around forever. I remember watching Melissa Stark when I was like a teenager. Like she's been in the game. She's one of the OGs, kind of like Pam Oliver, which me and Jimbo were talking about earlier today. Like Pam Oliver's been around forever. Melissa Stark's been around forever. A lot of these guys have been around for a long time. Like you look at like people talk about Evan Andrews being around for a long time. Well, these girls have been around for a lot longer than that. So got the OGs going. As we look at Raheem Morris there, coach of the Falcons. Andy Reid, 260 career regular season wins. And it looks like the Chiefs will be kicking off here in the first half. Harrison, get in the kitchen, Butker, getting ready to kick this off. Will we actually have a dynamic kickoff, or will it just be this? Why am I so behind on here? Okay, well, the kickoff is already done. So I don't know why this wasn't live for me, but it wasn't. I was behind a little bit. So we have a first down play here, and it's going to be a big gain close to a first down. This is why I don't trust Peacock. Sometimes I watch on the other streams, but yeah, this time is Peacock's a little weird. So let me go ahead and let me get this set. There we go. Falcons have the ball. Was that a first down on the first play? And what do we got going on now here? Now there's a delay. 2nd and inches now they're calling. Okay. So they got to move the chain gang back because the chain gang already moved. That's officials off to a great start. Not a flag yet, but that was a nice little play action. Yeah, just got everybody to go right there to the left side. Finally, we're here to go. 2nd and inches here. Falcons lining up. Kirk Cousins under center. Man in motion. Takes the snap. Again, fakes the handoff to Bijan. Looks. Throws. Caught. And stays in bounds. He's got some room to run, but doesn't really get too much more yardage on that one. But that's going to be a first down for the Falcons. Again, moving the ball here. First 2 plays. Passes to Mooney. And the Falcons, first drive, looking good so far. Yeah, I'm going to have to end up changing the stream because the Peacock stream here is just failing me. Yeah, it's skipping. It's skipping and I'm missing plays. So we're going to have that there. I see it's like a 2nd down thing, but we are going to go jump overhead to there we go. We're going to get this done right. go. Now we're cooking with gas, ladies and gentlemen. As they say. I don't know who they are, but that's what we're doing. We're back into it. We're back on it. 2nd and 11 for Atlanta here. Cousins back in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Surveys the field. Has time. Gets the pass completed. And again, first down here for the Falcons. That pass completed to Ray McLeod. I liked him last game. He was a little spicy last game against the Eagles. I think he got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty in that game. That's okay. I like Ray. If your name's Ray, I'm a fan of yours. I like it. 1st and 10 now for the Falcons down at the Chiefs' 21-yard line. That's going to be a handoff to Bijan Robinson, and that's going to be a gain of about 6. Falcons really moving the ball here. Steve Spagnuolo, loved him as the Giants' defensive coordinator. Still like what they're doing. What he does there. I mean, clearly he's done great in Kansas City. He's got 3 Super Bowl rings there as well. Pass out to Ray here. That's going to be a gain of about a yard, and we're going to have 3rd down. I think this is the first 3rd down for the Falcons in this game. Never use Peacock. Peacock is awful to watch any kind of sports on. Peacock is ass. 3rd and 3 here for the Falcons. Kirko, empty backfield, shotgun, takes the snap, looks, throws, end zone, wide open. What? There was nobody around Kyle Pitts? Oh, I'm sorry, not Kyle Pitts. That's Drake London. My apologies. Wrong number. Saw the wrong number, but still. Aha. How do you leave somebody that open? Oh, I still got the Saints touchdown up there. Falcon fans aren't going to like that. Falcon fans are not going to like that. There you go. That'll be better. Oh, how do you leave it? So the Falcons' first drive, really just a what a drive there by the Falcons. Extra point is good. That is up there. 7-0 Falcons over the Chiefs. Falcons making it look easy here in the early going. Let me fix this one too. I'm surprised. I picked the Falcons, so I thought we were going to be okay. But I'm literally surprised. I'm legitimately surprised. I am. By how easily they move down the field. Now, again, first 15 plays, usually scripted. I get that. So, I know that's Jimbo's big thing. It's like, wait until after those first 15 and see, Checking on the Twitter X to see what's going on, people's reaction. Nothing big yet. Like I said, I'm trying to see if we can find if there's anything going on with the old T Swizzy, but it doesn't seem like she's there for right now. So I would like to, we can get her off. I definitely wouldn't mind getting Taylor Swift off. But if we can get her off the screen, get a little more room on here, I guess. I don't know. But let's see here. Oh, that's a lot of people kind of surprised with how quickly the Chiefs were able to kind of go down the field and work against this Chiefs defense. Like I'm surprised. I'm actually legitimately surprised by that. Thank you so much for watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports. We thank you so much. If you want to continue, watching, knowing when we're posting videos. Again, we got Monday Night Football coming up tomorrow. We're going to be doing an early game. I think it's going to be early enough to where Jimbo's going to be able to actually watch the game with us instead of it just being me. So that'll be the Jaguars-Bills games at 7:30. So we'll be doing that game on here. So if you want to know when that's popping off, also we have the countdown, we have the flagship show, we have Friday forecast, all the other stuff, Thursday Night Football, all that stuff comes on here. If you have, whenever you want to know when we're posting a video, any of our content comes on, like, share, subscribe, hit that little notification bell, let you know whenever we do stuff. And we have our first flag of the game, and that's going to be holding on the chefs. And we have our first flag of the game. And we get that to be a big number 1. So there we go. Number 1. Let's see how far we can get into this with the flag counter here. 1st and 10, Mahomes from the 11-yard line. He's got a man in motion. Snap. Looks. Throws. That's going to be dropped. Is that Rice? I think so. That's a drop. Can't be doing that. So not an auspicious start here for the Chiefs so far in this game. Mahomes in shotgun, takes a snap. Looks, throws off to the right side, and that's going to be close to a first down. Xavier Worthy, the fastest man alive, according to Xavier Worthy. It's going to be close. It's going to be 3rd and short, like 3rd and 1, I would say about. Maybe even shorter than that. Maybe 3rd and inches. We'll see. Chiefs looking to... Oh, they called it a first down. Never mind. I'm dumb. I didn't think he got to the first down marker. Again, Worthy out of the backfield. Mahomes throws, and that's going to be caught for a gain of about 6 yards. So first play, not that great. Since then, Chiefs really kind of moving the ball here now. Seems to be getting a little bit of rhythm with Worthy to start off their first drive down in Atlanta. By the way, Atlanta, congratulations for not wearing the unitard look. That's very good. Handoff to... That's a number I don't know. Again, the Chiefs have a lot of injuries. That's going to be Carson Steele. Well, if that isn't a poor name, if you ever heard it, as a rookie, undrafted out of UCLA. He's going to have a great career, even if he doesn't quite make it in the NFL. We'll see. And he's from UCLA, LA market. It's written all over there for you, Carson. Pass out to Kelce. Kelce with his first catch, only for about a yard. Kelce is stopped. If Taylor Swift isn't there, that's good. She missed an embarrassing performance there by her boyfriend. I'm going to say, he caught a ball and they didn't go to her on the shot, so she may not be there. I'm going to have to take her off the screen. As we get the breakdown here, 2nd and 8 for the Chiefs. Mahomes throws. That's caught by Rashid Rice this time, and they are in Falcons territory. First down at the Falcons 48. 8:33 left here in the first quarter. The clock is running. And running. First and 10. Mahomes again in shotgun. Really loving the shotgun there. Steps up, throws a little short. That's going to be incomplete. Is that MVS? Yeah. So that's an incomplete pass. No, that wasn't MVS. That was Juju Smith-Schuster. My apologies. I saw the big name on the back. They got a lot of people with the hyphenated names. Is MVS on the Chiefs this year? Or did he go somewhere else? That's my fault. I don't know. Mahomes pulls it down, and he runs, and he's going to get about 9 yards. Mahomes, big run. Big run for Mahomes. What's up, Mahomes? So the Chiefs, like I said, they're moving the ball. Something's not... It doesn't seem impressive, but they're moving the ball. They're already down to the 38-yard line here of the Falcons. I guess by hook or by crook, and they're going to go ahead and take a timeout. Seems to be a little bit of confusion there on the Chiefs' side. So there is your timeout. That's going to be the first one of the half there for the Chefs. Got to tighten it up, boys. Let's go. Got to button it up. What, you think just because Taylor's not there to watch you today that you can't go ahead and do it? Come on, you know. You got to be impressive, even if she's not there to watch it. Bunch of jerks. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Mahomes, this looks like a jumbo package here. And it is, and it's going to be close. I don't know if he made it. That's a closer spot than I might have thought, but that's short. That is short. Again, the yellow line is not official. The yellow line is not official. That's close. But they're going for 4th and inches. Are they going to try to draw him off? Are they going to try to draw him off here? Nope. They snap it. They give it to Rice on the end of round, and he's going to... Ooh. I think the way the ref is spotting it is a first down. He's saying they got past it, and it's a first down. Atlanta's calling for the chains to come out as a measurement. The refs have already said move the chains, that it's a first down. I was going to say... Ooh, that's a lot closer. I don't know, because he had the ball in it there. I don't know if that ever crossed. And I think they're going to challenge it. I think we're going to have a challenge here. And they are. We got our first challenge here from the Falcons. I was going to say, that's a lot closer than what the spot was. The ref said, well, it's clearly a first down go. And it's like, it was not nearly that close to just, or to not even say, let's have a measurement. To just say, oh, yeah, he's got, like, that was a bad spot by the ref. Which is only going to fuel the conspiracy theories and thoughts of, oh, the refs are always in the Chiefs' pocket. Now, they may come out and say that it stands, or they might come out and say that, you know, they're going to respot it and do a measurement. And maybe that's what needs to happen. But I think that's a lot closer than what than what the initial spot was. That was bad. Still no reports on whether Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift, I think, was there, they would have already done it or not. So guess what? Executive decision. The Taylor counter is off. No Taylor counter today. Just a flare counter. We're just going to have a flare counter. And flare counter is... Oh, that's the wrong one. What am I even moving? I don't even know what I'm moving. Move something. Here we go. I'm going to move the flare counter over to this side. There we go. Just so we have a little bit more room. Taylor's out of the picture now. Bye-bye, Taylor. You're not there. And now it's just, we just got to deal with all the flags that are going to be here during the game. There we go. That's a little better. And we only had one accepted flag so far in this game. Atlanta had the challenge for the spot of the ball. What are they doing with it? I see a brilliant minds ad, but I guess it stands. They gave the Chiefs the first down. I think that's, whoa, had a bit of a glitch there on the TV side. Big pass down the field. Great defensive effort there from the Falcons secondary. Mike Hughes, massive defensive play there on the big pass on first down from Patrick Mahomes. Trying to get Worthy that ball. Wow, he kept up with Worthy and almost picked it. That was almost an interception. Actually, that was a great defensive play by Worthy to actually keep that ball out of his hands. 2nd and 10. Mahomes back, looks, throws. He connects with Juju. But it's going to be 3rd and a bit here for the Chiefs. Bit of a clock-eating drive here for the Chiefs. Looking to get something. 3rd and 6. 5:47 left here in the first quarter. Atlanta scored on their first drive, kind of just slicing through the Chiefs, made it look real easy. Mahomes back, empty backfield, looks, throws. That's going to be caught, and he rolls out. But I think he rolled out before the first down. So that's going to be short, I think, by Rice. I think he's short. Why? And he's not touched or anything, so get up. Like, what the hell is that? Get up and run. Oh, Kelce was open. But they called it a first. First down run, we have a flag. Listen, I know my peepers might not be the best, but these refs in their spotting right now so far in this game are all of what we're doing here. ELS in the chat. Good to see you again, brother. Too many men on the field for the Falcons. So that's going to get a bump up there in the flag number, as it is an accepted penalty. ELS, good to see you in the chat, brother. I don't have the Oreo Coca-Cola today, or the Coca-Cola Oreo. I didn't get a chance to get out to the store. I didn't get a chance to get it. I do want to do that, though. I do want to have the taste test as we do on here. It's probably going to get done for the Thursday stream with the Giants and Cowboys. So I'll definitely probably have it for then. And I know you're going to be here because you're a good guy. You're always here. You're supporting us here right at the start. That's why we like you, ELS. Thank you so much for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. If you want to join us as well and join us in the chat and hang out, like, share, and subscribe. It helps us out here at the channel so much, and we thank you so much. Be like ELS. Be like our guy here. He's good. He's a good guy. Be like him. Big win for your Packers today, too, buddy. So, Malik Willis doing great for Green Bay. Jordan Love probably coming back next week here. 2nd and 1, handoff. And that is going to be a first down. That one, yeah, that one is correctly spotted as a first down. As porn star, future star, enthusiast, Connor Steele. I think that was his name. Connor Steele? Colby Steele? Cobalt? Was it Cobalt Steele? What? It's just Steele. Carson Steele. Carbon Steele would be cool. That'd be a good. 3:33 left here in the first. First and 10. Snap. Throws again to Steele. And that's going to be a gain of about 2.5 yards. Isaiah Pacheco, Rutgers boy, has his fibula broken last week. The fact that he just kind of jogged off the field while having a broken leg is NFL players on a different level, man. Here we go. 2nd and 8. Mahomes throws to the end zone. Picked. Oh, it is picked off. It's in the end zone. That's a touchback, ladies and gentlemen. He was going for Kelce. Didn't get it. And that's going to be an interception and a touchback for the Atlanta Falcons. So the Chiefs have a very long, sustained drive. Oh, he wasn't going for Kelce. Who was that? I thought I saw 87. It was actually 83. And I know I'm sitting here making fun of the refs for their eyes, and meanwhile, I can't call the correct players. So I get it. But that was Noah Gray was the intended receiver and missed by Mahomes for the interception. And so the Falcons, if you're the Falcons, you couldn't ask for a better start. A quick march down the field for a touchdown. The Chiefs, your defense is able to get a turnover and a touchback, so you're starting on your 20. After the Chiefs had a pretty good sustained drive there for it looked like a couple of questionable spots by the referees. If I'm being honest myself, I think there was a couple of questionable spots there by the refs. ELS in chat talking about his Packers. Big win for the Packers today. Defense was on fire, and the offense was good. Listen, when you win a game, what was it, 30-14? Yeah, no, you did pretty well. Your defense played well. Again, it was Will Levis, so I don't know how much you want to look into that. Is how much was good defense and how much was Will Levis. Probably a little column A, a little column B situation there. But yeah, good, solid win there for the Packers. 2-0 since Love went down with his injury. And now he's going to be coming back probably for the Vikings game, which is really big. You have the Packers 2-1, the Vikings 3-0, and seemingly rolling as they go ahead and they laid the whooping on Houston, 34-7. That's gonna be a fun one next week. That's gonna be a good one. You say you need the Mahomes to get 2 to 5 passing TDs in this game. Well, he's got a pick, so now he might need to get a little bit more than that. You might need a little bit more from Patrick Mahomes on that front, as far as the fantasy points go. I'm excited. Yeah, that Packers-Viking game. That is going to be a marquee matchup. That unfortunately doesn't. I don't think that's going to be. That's not going to be prime time, is it? I don't think that's prime time anywhere. It's going to be probably a 1 or 4 o'clock game. Let's see here. NFL Week 4. What's going on here? NFL Week 4. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Here we go. NFL Week 4. Yeah, 1 o'clock game. Packers and Vikings. So not even like the 4 o'clock spot. What are the primetime games? The Giants and Cowboys are primetime. Are there going to be 2 more? Bills Ravens is Sunday night, so that's good. And then Monday night they're doing the 2 games again for next week as well. I hate the 2 Monday night game idea. Anyway, 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Falcons. Hand off to Bijan Robinson, and he's going to get a good, solid 7 yards, I think, on that carry. It's got Burrow and Cook in that game. Well, yeah. Well, again, it depends. It depends on how good. The Bengals have been a little iffy, so you might be able to survive with Burrow. Cook might be a problem for you. That's for sure. Second down, handoff to Bijan again. That one's going to be a gain of about 5 and a first down for the Atlanta Falcons. As we're ticking down here in the first quarter, 2 minutes left to go in a very fast-moving first quarter. Is this what happens when Taylor Swift doesn't show up to the game? That the Chiefs just kind of is Kelce going to have to make her postpone the rest of her Eras tour to make this happen? Hand off to Bijan Robinson and he gets stuffed in the backfield. That's going to be loss for probably 2, and it's lucky it's just that. Second down here for the Chiefs. Yeah, ELS, your concern is Cook. I would say Cook would be the concern if I was you in your fantasy league with your opponent having him. He might get some points. So you got to hope Mahomes kind of shakes out of whatever doldrums he's in now and gets cooking, no pun intended. We have a bit of a screen here, and that's only going to get about 2 yards. Oh, they're going to give him 3 for forward progress for the Falcons, and so we have a 3rd and 8 apparently coming up. 3rd and long. They're saying 3rd and 9. Well, then don't say he gained 3 yards, and then say it's 3rd and 9 where he only gained 2 yards, because that's not what happened. Last play of the first quarter here. Kirk Cousins is in shotgun. Play clock under 5. Takes the snap. Looks. Surveys his surroundings. Pocket collapses. He escapes the pocket. He's still looking. Throws. Incomplete. That one was intended for Kyle Pitts. Could not hold on to the ball. But we have laundry on the field. What do we got? What do we got, Mr. Official? What do we got? Let us know. God, stop talking to your friends and will you tell us what the penalty is? Well, now I still don't know because okay. What? Illegal use of hands on the Falcons. Penalty is declined, so that is not accepted. So that does not go onto the flag counter. Verboten. You do not go onto the flag counter if you're declined. Illegal use of hands. He got him. He did get him under the face mask. Yeah, no, and then he put him right back under the face mask. Almost took my man's helmet off. So, yeah, that's a correct penalty call. Can't do that. Can't do that. McPherson, that's a great kicker to have, by the way. Especially with the Bengals maybe not being able to move the ball as well as they have been in the past. McPherson might be able to get you some points tomorrow. So you might be good with McPherson too, especially if you already have a lead in your fantasy league. The punt is away. It is taken by the Chiefs, returned up to about the 21-yard line, and that is where they will start their next drive. As there's looked like there was a couple of conversations. Travis Kelce back on the field with his girl not being there to watch him. And there's the butthole is open there in Atlanta. The ButtholeDome is fully opened. Ready to go. Had a couple of drinks. Never mind. I'm sorry. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, I'm going to hell. But that is the end of the first quarter. The Falcons leading 7-0 over your defending 2-time Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. I like using the radio voice every now and then. It pops off. It's nice. Just being a little goofy. Just being a little goofy boy. And yes, ELS, hell of a win by the Giants today, especially when you consider how the game started with a fumble to start off and then an immediate touchdown by the Browns. You're like, oh, Jesus, here we go again. And then after that, the Giants, they controlled the ball, they controlled the pace of play, they controlled time of possession. They more than I want to say they doubled the amount of plays that the Browns ran. Deshaun Watson looks like ass Straight up ass. He just doesn't look good at all. Yeah. I mean, overall, good win by the Giants. And then at the end of the game, where Devin Singletary could have ran it all the way in for a touchdown, Browns had no more timeouts, slid down at the 1, right there at the 2-minute warning. So the Giants, all they had to do was kneel on the ball and end the game. Could have padded stats. Could have done something like that and then put your defense back out on the field or do something like that. And he said, nay, I'm going to do the smart thing and end this game right now. So I was good effort all around by the Giants. Singletary needs to learn how to hold on to the ball. But outside of that, Daniel Jones played an excellent game. Malik Neighbors is a guy. He's a dog. Malik Neighbors is I'm very happy with that draft pick. We did very well with that. And I'm keep on hitting the mic because that is what I do here. But yeah, Malik Neighbors is a guy. Giants defense showed up. Again, I'm not sure how much of that is the Giants defense actually showing up finally and how much of that is Deshaun Watson being Deshaun Watson. But I also think that now the question needs to be asked loudly in Cleveland. Can we bench him for the amount that we have him for the $230 million guaranteed? First down, Mahomes takes the snap, gets the pass off to Rashid Rice, and he's going to get about 7 yards, kind of doing a bit of pirouetting there. Again, I'm not sponsored by Taco Bell, but a Baja Blast is a Baja Blast. Can't beat it. Nice and tasty. But although Taco Bell, if you want to go ahead and sponsor us and our 70 some odd subscribers as it stands right now, and if you are one of our 70 subscribers, thank you so very much. You don't know how much that means to me and to Jimbo and to everybody here at Stay Tuned Sports. Hand off to, is that Pierre? I couldn't see the name. But either way, did not get a first down. We're going to have third down here. He got a couple of yards. Let's say he got about 2 yards. Oh, Perrine, not Pierre. What is wrong with me? Oh, I can't read. That's my problem. I can read. Third and 1 for the Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun throws. That's going to be caught by Kelce, and he's taken down 2-yard gain, but it's good enough for a first down. So Kelce still has yet to really get going this season. Not looking the sharpest, not looking really all that great. I'm surprised. Like, I figured he might be, hitting a little bit more, but so far this season, he has not been a big part of this Chiefs offense. But it is a first down for the Chiefs, as we have a handoff to Steele here again, and he's just angry running. Kyle Brandt's going to be happy. A gain of 2 yards, but angry, vicious, mean 2 yards there from, it's not Colby, Colton, Conroy, Cobalt. What was it? Carson Steele. Pass off to Rice, dumps it. He's going to spin around, get himself a first down, and a little bit more as they approach midfield. It's going to be spotted at about the 48-yard line as the Chiefs get another first down, and they're starting to wake up a little bit. That Panthers game, ELS, I 1,000% believe. ELS joining us down in the chat. If you want to join us in the chat, like, share, subscribe, come join us in the chat. It's open there for everybody. We do have it on a 60-second speed limit just because of the bots and stuff like that. So it's not anything about you. It's just we're worried about the bots. So that's why we have the time limit on there between posts. A handoff here. This one is to Perrine again, and that one's going to be close to a first down. Big run. Chiefs looks like they may be starting to starting to feel it a little bit. But yes, about that Panthers game, ELS, as we were alluding to, we all sat there and said, man, it's a shame that they're benching Bryce Young, but man, it's a bad situation, and it's just, Carolina's bad, and the bad plays around them, and bad organization, and all that stuff. And then you have Andy Dalton come in and do that. It's like, maybe Bryce Young's just bad. I don't know. 2nd and 1, they give it to Perrine again, and that's going to be a first down as he gets about, I want to say, 6 yards on that carry. So, 2nd and 1, gains a lot of yardage. Chiefs are moving with the run game right now. Between Perrine and Steele, kind of doing a little bit of thunder and lightning, a little chocolate and thunder, chocolate and white light. What is it? White lightning, chocolate thunder. They're rocking it right now here in Atlanta. The Chiefs 1st and 10. Takes the snap again, handoff to Perrine, and he's going to get only about 2 yards on that carry. Yeah, again, the 49ers just had a big lead and choked it away at the end of the game. They had plenty of opportunities to add to that lead. Their one receiver there, Bell, I think they said he was a second-year guy. He dropped every pass I saw him try to get. He could not catch a pass. And that's a problem. Oh, Mahomes gets rushed. He kind of dumps it off. Incomplete. Is that going to be intentional grounding? Did he hurt his hand? Ooh, they're focusing on the hand. Uh-oh, what happened? What is going on with... Something is wrong with the NBC truck today. We have glitches. Replays aren't playing right. Cameras aren't working. The fades and the transitions aren't going. Like, something's up. I thought I was the only one kind of screwing up with my graphics here, but the Chiefs are... And speaking of screwing up with graphics, I didn't change the possession ball yet, so that's on me. Mahomes on 3rd and 8, rolling out to his left, looks, throws. That's going to be complete. And a 1st down. Justin Watson with the reception. Did he? Let's see. And was he out at all? Oh, can't really see. If he stepped out at all, but no, because I think he probably reestablished, but he can't be the first person to touch the ball. No, he stayed in. He stayed in. That's it. When we have flags on the snap, this might be either encroachment or, line up in a neutral zone, or it might be illegal formation. Let's see. And I'll get to your comment in a second there, ELS, because I'm not sure you're 1,000% correct on that. But we'll get to that in a second. As the refs are discussing what the penalty is, what do we got here? We do have a legal formation against the Chiefs. And holding on the Falcons, the penalty's offset, which means we don't add to the flag counter, since neither penalty is accepted. And you said the 49ers need Christian McCaffrey back. And I'm not saying that they don't need Christian McCaffrey. I think any team would want Christian McCaffrey. But they've been doing well. I think, what is it, Mosley is the running back they've had there? He's done well in his absence. So I don't think it's a case of that incomplete pass here on 1st and 10 from Mahomes. Kind of missed all his marks there. Didn't hit Steele. I think the Niners have played well with who they've had, even despite the injuries. And again, the Rams had just as many, if not more, injuries than the 49ers did. But that Bell kid cost them a lot today with dropping passes right in the chest. You can't be dropping passes like that. Pass out into the flat to Worthy. He gets up to about, I want to say, the 13-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 coming up here for the Kansas City Chiefs. So when it comes to that, like I don't think if they had McCaffrey today, I don't know if I don't know if the same thing doesn't happen. I don't think it was either having or the lack of McCaffrey that cost them the game today. And yeah, the Dolphins quarterback situation is just bad. It's just bad all over. Maybe they'll trade for Bryce Young. I don't know. There's a throw over the middle, and that's going to be a touchdown pass. But we have a flag. It was to Rice, and it looks like it's going to be against the Chiefs here. So take that off the board. No touchdown. Nay. personal foul. Oh, roughing the passer on the Falcons. So it is good. I thought they were pointing towards the Chiefs and saying that it wasn't, but it is indeed a touchdown to the Chiefs. So the Chiefs get themselves a touchdown. And we are an extra point away from a tie game. Touchdown pass from Mahomes to Rashid Rice. So as good as this game started for the Falcons and how bad it kind of looked like for the Chiefs, here we still are, 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Chiefs about to tie the game. As we see Butker lining up. And here comes the snap, hold, kick, up, good! I don't know why that was such a long, drawn-out process for that particular extra point, but there we are. And we have a tie game, 7-7. Chiefs and Falcons. Still only 2 accepted penalties. And Taylor Swift's not there, apparently. So I had to take her off the screen. Unfortunately, because I love that picture of her. For just being honest. It's just like artfully taken picture is all I'm saying. Anyway, do they need him badly? They need a quarterback badly. Is Bryce Young the right quarterback to have badly? I don't know. Is there anybody else out there that they could get or want that anybody else is kind of open to trading? I don't know. Well, at least you got one for Mahomes. You got a Mahomes touchdown. So that's a start of your process there in your fantasy league. And those projections that they do in fantasy league don't always come true. As somebody who has done that, trust me, I know. So, again, it depends on what Burrow does tomorrow with your lineup there, ELS, and with what James Cook does and what your opponent does with Cook. So if Cook goes off and has a big game, it might not matter what Mahomes does in this game, even if he gets 2 or 3 more touchdowns. We don't know. But I would say that, at least this is something. At least you didn't get shut out. At least Mahomes got you a passing touchdown. So there's that. But back to your other question about whether the Dolphins need Bryce Young badly. Like I said, I think they need a quarterback badly. Again, they just signed Tyler Huntley, who was the backup in Baltimore for so long, and then was I think he went to the Browns for the preseason, then was cut by the Browns, and then signed to the practice squad for the Ravens again, and then the Dolphins just signed him off their practice squad. I don't think he didn't suit up today, obviously, but I mean that's the guy they have now. But if Skylar Thompson is hurt, like, do you want to ride the rest of the way with Tyler Huntley and Tim Boyle? But then again, how much better of an option is Bryce Young now? Like, again, if we're going to be based on what we've seen, Bryce Young has not been good. And apparently you put Andy Dalton in there, who is a lot older and way past his prime of doing anything good. And he went in there and was the first quarterback this season to have 300 yards and 3 touchdown passes. With that same Carolina offense and everything there. So when you look at it that way, like, Bryce Young is a less mobile, less talented Kyler Murray at this point. So I don't know how you want to do that. We're going to have a dynamic touchback there, so no return on the kickoff. And the Falcons will take over at the 30 with 8:45 left here in the second quarter. So again, I'm not sure. Again, if you're the Dolphins, I'm not sure what you do at this point. Pray that Tua gets better and then wrap his head in bubble wrap in a guardian cap and hope for the best. And even then, that might not, it depends on how long they're going to keep him out. He's on IR, so he's out for at least the next 3 weeks. So, like I said, I don't know. But the Dolphins are in a bit of a spot of bother, as you would say. First down, Cousins in the pocket, throws. That is incomplete. For some reason, the Chiefs seem to think it was a fumble. But I don't think he ever came close to catching that. So it's 2nd and 10. Oh, he did come close to catching that. But that is not a catch. That's not a catch. That's not a catch for Ray. He got one step and then it comes out. So you have to do at least, I think it's 2 or 3 in a football move. So, trying to crack my neck. Got a crack. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Falcons, that's going to be a handoff again to Ray. And Ray's going to get about 4 yards on the carry. That wasn't Ray. Nope. Oh, that's Algeria. I think it's actually like Algair, but I say Algeria because I'm on the live stream. I can. 3rd and 6 coming up here for the Falcons. Kirk Cousins back. Got a man in motion here. Takes the snap. He's looking. He throws. It's downfield. He's got a man open. He's kind of being held the whole way. No flag? There's the flag. Thank you. His arm was being held the entire way. Oh, and that's not even what the penalty is. It's roughing the passer. 15 yards, first down, and we move the flag counter up another number. Brewers won, aren't they? Did they win? Are they in the Central hunt? Or just a wild card? Do we know? I don't keep up fantastically with baseball, especially when football season's going. But yeah, no, you got your Packers winning, like there, sir. You said you got the Brewers winning. Let me check. Oh yeah, the Brewers have the Central. Yeah. So you guys won. You got the Central. Yeah. So you have that. So your Brewers are set. They're going to the playoffs. They're looking good. I like the Brewers ever since, especially they went back to the old ball and glove logo. Love that logo. That's a great one. That's one of the greats. One of the classics. That's up there with the Blackhawks chief head and the Hartford Whalers. That's another great one. God rest the Whalers. Even though the Carolina Hurricanes kind of wear their corpse every now and then in the old uniforms. Devils. I'm a big Devils fan, but I love the Devils logo. That's another one that's up there. Some great logos, but yeah, that Brewers ball and glove is fantastic. Love it. So yeah, good weekend. Good weekend for you Wisconsin sports fans. I'm proud. I'm glad. I'm glad for you guys. Listen, it's a great weekend for people here in New York. We have the Jets that won on Thursday. The Giants won on Thursday. Do you know how long it's been since both the Jets and Giants won on the same weekend? Like, New York sports fans aren't going to know what the hell to do. That and the Yankees are in the playoffs and probably going to win a division. The Mets are in prime spot to win the wild card there in the National League. Like, New York sports, you had the Knicks play well this past year. I don't care about the Rangers, so they can, kiss my ass. But anyway, New York sports is doing very well all of a sudden. The Devils, now that we have a goaltender, looking good. The whole metropolitan area sports scene looking good as of this week. We'll see what happens with the Giants on Thursday. Maybe they can go ahead and repeat repeat a little bit. That's a little soft call for roughing the passer. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little soft. But 1st and 10, that's going to be a handoff to Bijan, and he's only going to get to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. So we're going to have a 2nd down here. If you want to join us in the chat, please go. It's open. It's there for you. Usually it's a subscription because, again, we want to try to keep the bots out. But I've decided to open it up. It's just we have the 60-second limiter on there. So only one comment every minute. But that's fine. It just keeps the bots out. That's all we care about. But if you want to join us, like, share, subscribe. Come join us in the chat. ELS is in there keeping us company. You can come in there and talk to us as well as we go ahead and watch this 2nd and 10 play. Kirk Cousins back in shotgun, looking around. Good protection. Throws all the way down the field. Wide open. That's going to be caught. And down to the 1. But we have a flag on the play. That was a big play. Great play. But every time there's a big play, you got to hold your breath for a goddamn flag, which is why we have the counter. And is this one coming back? It's the way everybody's looking. It looks like it may be. What do we got? Everybody's walking backwards. Holding on the defense. That penalty will be declined, and the Falcons have it at the 1. So we don't get to add to the counter, thank God. That was a good pickup. Kyle Pitts finally getting into the open, but again, can't get into the end zone. Ooh, they just tripped over each other. Is that where the flag was thrown? Now, granted, it doesn't matter because the flag shouldn't have been thrown anyway. And it was declined. But that shouldn't have been a flag because if that pass is incomplete, then they still get it for the that's a bad call against the Chiefs. And that's what I want to stop. People stop saying that the Chiefs get all the calls because clearly they've gotten 2 bad calls in a row there. That's a good handoff to Bijan. Did he cross? And they're saying he did. That's going to be a touchdown. Atlanta Falcons. Do the dirty bird. Do the dirty bird. You got to do the, come on. Jamal Anderson, you got to do the dirty bird. Come on, do the dirty bird. That's the whitest dirty bird you ever see, but I don't care. That thing is cool. I like dirty bird. I don't think the chicken noise goes with it, but in my version, it does. Snap, hold, kick, up, extra point is good, and there you go. It's not 4 points. No. It's 14. As the Falcons take another touchdown lead against the Kansas City Chiefs down at the giant butthole Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the beautiful strip club capital of the world, Atlanta, Georgia. He went to a Brewer game this last August. Yeah, I'll tell you what, like, that's the thing. Like, I personally, I find baseball hard to watch on television. I do. It's kind of hard. But there is nothing nicer than just on a nice summer day going out to a ballpark. Now, you guys, I would certainly hope the roof would be open on a day like that. If you have a nice, cool, like, not cool, but like low humidity, nice like 80-something degree day there in August. Have the roof open, like just staying outside in the sun, having a couple drinks, watching the ball game, just relaxing. Like there is nothing nicer than going to a baseball game. Like going to a baseball game is fun and just kind of cool. It's very chill. It's very relaxed. You know, I like that. Like that's baseball. Like watching on TV is it's a bit of a slog. It is. I'm not gonna lie. But going to a game It's great. It's almost the opposite of NFL. Like going to an NFL game can be tedious a little bit. You know, in the game, especially when you have like the long commercial breaks and stuff like that. Like it's very hard to keep going. But going to a baseball game in person is 1,000% the way to go. I think the best sport to watch live still is go to a hockey game. If anybody ever can, go to a hockey game. Find a hockey, whether it's NHL, whether you have like an AHL team or minor league team, something. Go see a hockey game live. You go to a live hockey game, you'll be hooked. 1,000%. 1,000%. Hockey to me is maybe one of the best sports live. And it's still, I know some people find it hard to watch and keep up with it on, the television. It's tiny puck, sometimes hard to see. Like, I get it. Although now with 4K and 8K televisions, like it's getting easier to kind of follow the game at home. But still, there's nothing quite like, I think, seeing hockey live. Hockey live is amazing. So if you ever get a chance, definitely go out and see a hockey game. Go see the Milwaukee Admirals out there. Those guys are good. Plus, I like their uniforms. So and we're going to have a return on this one for the Chiefs as they bring it up to the 30-yard line. So they're going to start the same place as if they had gotten a touchback. The return brings it to the 30, and that's where they take over with 6:31 left here in the second quarter, and the Falcons having a 14-7 lead. Thank you so much for joining us here on. Why is there an alligator with a Chiefs hat on my television? Oh, that's Carson Steele's pet alligator. It makes sense that this guy's looking more and more like a porn star every day. He's right up there with Johnny Sins. What are we doing here? First and 10, Carson Steele. That's close to a first down, if not this guy's been impressive. This guy's been massively impressive. And he's playing a game while his sister's getting married? Priorities, Carson. Priorities. But also, that's pretty cool that his whole sister's wedding party, they're sitting there watching him play football. That's kind of cool. Everybody that's probably drunk off their ass, which is fine. But congratulations to Carson Steele's sister. 2nd and 1 here. Again, a handoff to Carson, and that's going to be a first down. Cowboys are melting down right now. That doesn't look good. I'll talk about that in a second. After this play, Mahomes back, looks, throws. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be another first down. Chiefs are starting to feel it. They are starting to feel it, ladies and gentlemen. Noah Gray with that catch there and the first down. It feels like they're getting a bit of rhythm here. It seems like they're getting a bit of rhythm. Rhythm is going to get you. The rhythm is going to get you. The rhythm is going to get you. As Gloria Estefan once so prophetically said. 1st and 10 from the Falcons, 43-yard line. Pass out to Rashid Rice, and he's going to get a yard. Refs are giving him 2 yards, but I think he would stop short of that. But again, I've not been a fan of the ref spotting in this game so far, so that is what it is. 2nd and 8. Carson Steele on the sidelines. That's not where you want him. You want that man in the game. You want him getting deep and thick penetration into the gaps. Hitting those holes hard. Mahomes back in shotgun. Empty backfield. Looks. Throws. Completed to Rashid Rice again. Rashid trying to dance around. He's going to come up a yard short. It's going to be 3rd and 1 coming up here for the Kansas City Chiefs. They are, I think, well within Butker's range already. As the clock continues to tick down, 3:47, 46, 45 here in the second quarter. Mahomes steps up to the line, changing the play apparently, or calling protection. Play clock under 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Looks like the Falcons called off whatever they were going to do there, and it seems to have worked for the Falcons. They stop the rush in the backfield. That's going to be a yard loss. And if not, maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage barely, but it's going to be 4th and a very long one, if not 2, here for the Chiefs. And they're going to go with Butker, Mr. Automatic here. To get them 3 points closer and make it a 14-10 game. Butker's 4 for 4 so far this year, a long of 51. This one is a 53. Snap, hold, kick, up. Come on, it's good. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Butker kicks it through. 2:43 left here in the first half. It is the Falcons 14, the Chiefs 10. And we'll have the kickoff back to the Falcons when they return to action. Again, thank you for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. Hope you joined us earlier for the Eagles Saints game. Actually, it was kind of Eagles Saints. It was kind of Giants Browns. It actually was a little bit of Steelers Chargers too, as we had a couple people in the chat wanted to know. Black Mamba was there. Legend of the Black Mamba had joined us in chat and wanted to know how his Chargers were doing. So we watched a little bit with him, and we hope you join us as well. Thank you so very much. If you like what you're watching, like, share, subscribe. Share us around like your favorite STD. It certainly will help us. And again, every like gets us more into the algorithm, gets us to more people's eyes. And every subscriber helps us get closer to monetization, which is kind of the goal here, what we're trying to do here. And again, we cannot thank you enough for all the help that you have done, all the subscribers, everybody who has subscribed, who has hit that button. Thank you so very much. We also have links down in the description. If you want to have donate and help us out, we have a donation station link down there. We have the merch store link down there as well. We have more merch coming in there all the time, so keep your eyes out open. If you don't see something in there you like right now, it may be coming up soon. I gotta like start doing some advertising, get some of the images up there, some stuff, just some stuff. So you get your people looking. But yeah, go ahead, take a look down there for that. We also have a link for our Discord down there. Kind of quiet in there right now. But if you want to join in there, make it a little bit louder, make it a little bit rowdy. That'll be fun as well. So all that's down there. Thank you so much again, Mike, for joining us. Again, just when you think week 2 couldn't get any wilder, week 3 has been a bit of a wild one. As we look here, again, that was a big one there. Here you have Pittsburgh beating the Chargers 20-10. You have Denver. So that's it. Pittsburgh's 3-0. Pittsburgh's 3-0. Denver crushing Tampa Bay. Just when I wanted to believe in Baker. Just when I wanted to believe in the Baker boy. He goes ahead and has a bit of a stinker down there, as Tampa Bay does. And Denver, a team that everybody had kind of given up on, they laid the wood, as it were, to Tampa Bay. Indianapolis beat Chicago at the Loud House. Philly, like I said, defense actually showed up today, did a great job holding the Saints in their offense to only 12 points, winning 15-12. Despite Jalen Hurts' 2 turnovers and Nick Sirianni being maybe the worst coach in the league. Butker kicks it off, and that's going to be a dynamic touchback. Again, Minnesota beats Houston with the wood stick, with the big hickory stick, 34-7. Green Bay, big win over Tennessee, 30-14. Giants beat Cleveland 21-15 after fumbling on the opening kickoff. They controlled the rest of that game. Seattle winning 24-3 over Miami, who Skylar Thompson's injured now, so they're really thin at quarterback. Carolina whooping up on Vegas 36-22, and the score was not nearly as close as the game was not as close as the score indicated there. Nearly as much. So Falcons, 1st and 10, handoff to Bijan Robinson, and he's going to get about 2 yards on that carry. And we're going to have 2nd down here for the Falcons from the 32. Ugh. Ooh, that's not good. Lineman, big knee issue. Just came hopping off the field. It looks like that might be something real bad. He just kind of fell to the ground. Oh, is that their center? Oh, no, yeah. Oh, we got rolled up on. Oh. Is that a knee or is it the ankle? Oh, boy. That's not good. That's not good. So now they're going to have Ryan Nuzul, backup center. Hey, Les, thanks for that update. Mike McDaniel, head coach of the Miami Dolphins, has reported that Skylar Thompson has a pretty painful rib injury. And like I said, yeah, they said it was a chest injury. He kind of got drilled on that hit and just did not get up. So if he's got like some separated cartilage, if he's got a broken rib, something like that, I had a family member who recently had some separated cartilage in their ribs, and that's it. It's so breathing hurts. So, and anybody who's had that, and I've had that in the past as well. Anybody who's ever had like the cartilage damage or any kind of rib damage, and you just try to breathe, and it's just like ow, ow, ow. It's not great. It sucks. So imagine that now trying to play football. Like you can't do that. So, and we're at the 2-minute warning here now in this game. And I don't know. Like I said, the Dolphins are super thin at quarterback. I'm not quite sure what they're going to do now. Dak Prescott, as he walks to the locker room after another loss at home, as he walks past the cameras, says, "Jump off if you want, please, please." I guess in reference to people wanting to jump off the Cowboys bandwagon. I'm not sure if that's... clearly frustration following. And again, we have a Jerry Jones quote here. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, when asked if he regrets not signing Derrick Henry, who had 174 yards today against the Dallas defense, he was quoted as saying, "We couldn't afford Henry," after giving out all the money that he did this year and saying that they were going to go all in. So... Cowboys, and again, even with all those problems, the Cowboys still the Ravens almost gave that game away. The Ravens still almost gave that game away. I don't know if he had maybe if he broke the rib, it could be a punctured lung. I don't know. I'm not going to say that until we hear it or know that. It could just be cartilage damage either way. Like punctured lung goes from like a painful injury that can keep somebody out to now you're talking something that could be like life-threatening. Like that's not great. So I certainly hope it's not that. Second and 8. Empty backfield for Cousins in shotgun. He takes the snap, gets absolutely hammered. That ball was moving forward, but they're going to say it's a fumble, and it is out of bounds. It looks like it was kicked out of bounds. That's going to be a flag. So that's going to be a penalty, but they're going to keep possession. And I think that's really all that matters. But no block there, and Cousins got absolutely drilled from behind. Get your minds out of the gutter. Waiting for the call here for the refs. I don't know what the delay is. I mean, I think we all know what it's. What is it? It's like it's illegal touching or illegal batting, something like that, when you kick it and you're not allowed to. Or they're going to say, did he mean to? I mean, he clearly meant to, but. And they're going to talk some more. Why not? Can you just... These are the worst... Why is it Sunday Night Football has the worst officials? Are they still talking it over with Andy? Yes, you can't kick it. We know that. It's kind of funny that in a sport called football that you can't kick the football there. That's illegal. But yeah, kicking it out of bounds, that is illegal. That's a flag. That adds to the counter for accepted penalties, so that makes it 4 for the game so far. So actually kind of low the way the NFL's been this year. Man, Cousins got just drilled on that play. I mean, I know it's a penalty, but it's generally a smart play from Bijan. Better that than giving the Chiefs the ball right there, you know. And we still have more confusion. Andy Reid wants clarification. The refs are still talking. So is it a penalty and a loss of down, or do they replay the down? Like, what are we doing here? Again, I don't have the sound on because if I had the sound on, then we'd get popped here for having that. So I'm not quite sure what the explanation is or what's going on. But we're listed at 3rd and 18 here for this play. So a long way to go. They're on their 22. They have to get to the 40, do the Falcons, to get a first down. It's going to be a handoff to Bijan. He's going to get up to the 27-yard line. And it's going to be a punt coming up here for the Falcons. Man, that was bobbled. It looked like that was kind of a funky thing. So I don't know. The Falcons all of a sudden, who started this game so very strong and looking good, in this drive, have looked anything but. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. Like, the Falcons seem to be trying to almost bumble everything here. And I missed a couple of timeouts here from these teams. I didn't see them get called. Again, I've been trying to rely on the graphics here that they're showing on NBC, but they've really done a real bad job of it because I have not been able to see anything. So, yeah, the Chiefs have a timeout. We had the Vikings. The Falcons have a timeout that I missed. So there we go. Everything's back. Punt is away. And it is bouncing all the way up to the 34-yard line. And that is where it will be downed. ELS in chat letting us know here. This is the list of the Miami Dolphins injury report and who they're probably going to be without next week for Tennessee on the Monday Night Football game. They don't have Bradley Chubb. Tua clearly is out. OBJ hasn't played at all this year. Isaiah Wynn, Raheem Mostert, Terry Armstead, Kendall Fuller, David Long Jr. Please tell me that's somebody's actual name. Is Storm Duck somebody's actual name? I need this to be real. I mean, we already have Colby Steele, whatever the hell his name is. Storm Duck. What a great name! It's a shame he's injured. What a fantastic name. Cornerback there for the Dolphins. Oh, man. Storm Duck. Give me that man's jersey. I don't even like the Dolphins, but that's cool. I love me. Already, instantly. Favorite play, one of my favorite plays in the league. Storm Duck. Let's go. That's awesome. And yes, of course, Skylar Thompson is now out as well. And somehow it still seems like the Dolphins aren't as injured as either the Rams or the 49ers. So that's kind of bad when you're that injured and it's still like, yeah, you're still not as bad as some teams. But I guess at least the Rams and the 49ers still have their starting quarterback. You know, when you lose your quarterback, that's a lot. And now the Dolphins have lost 2. So I'm not sure where they go from here. Like, do you try to sign somebody else? Do you run with Tyler Huntley and Tim Boyle? Like, do you know? Part of me thinks that they got rid of Mike White too quick. Mike White, I mean, he did well for the Jets when he had to come in for Zach. So, I mean, Mike White, I think, was a very good game manager. So, Dolphins, I think, give up on Mike White a little too easy. Yes, I did. I looked up his wiki too there, and saw that he was in North Carolina and in Louisville. Which, by the way, North Carolina on Saturday. My God, how did you? 70 points to James Madison. That's a lot. Mahomes takes a snap on first down. That's going to be a throw to Paris. I think it was, I forget how to say his name. Pierre, I'm just calling Pierre, just like I call Algeria his name. Mahomes back, looks, he's in the grasp. That's got to be in the grasp. They're going to say incomplete pass. It's an iffy call, 3rd and 5. That should have been... But see, that's the problem. Normally where you would just kind of rip them down, they try to play careful with these guys, and then they're able to throw it away. But then you won't call in the grasp. The defenders are put in such a disadvantage in situations like that. Because if he would have dragged his ass to the turf, he would have been called probably for roughing the passer or something. So here's a throw from Mahomes, almost intercepted. And that's going to be 4th and 5, and not a lot of time off the clock. 1:11 left here in the second quarter. So the Falcons are still going to have some time to play with if they can get their shit together from the last drive. Because that last drive was an absolute mess. That last drive was a mess. So let's see if they can go ahead and get something here before the half, as the Chiefs will receive the second half kickoff. So taking on a bounce. Falcons going to return it up to the 30-yard line. And there's some pushing, and there is some shoving, and there are some choice words being shared amongst the two opposing teams. But nothing comes of it. No flags, no nothing. Which is fine. That's the way we want it. You got people calling for Devontae Adams to go to with Aaron Rodgers in New York after one bad game in Vegas where they got blown out by the Panthers, which, granted, you did get blown out by the Panthers. Even though it was it was not as close as the score indicated. But you got people already calling for Devontae to go to the Jets. So here we go. First down from the 30, and we've got flags on the snap. We have a false start against the Falcons, moving back 5 yards. So, again, not promising. Not starting off any better than the last drive did. And so 1st and 15. Kirk back, takes the snap, looks, throws. That's going to be caught. And somebody lost a helmet there. Is that London? I think London lost his helmet. Yeah. Second down and about 5 or a short 6, however they want to say it. Hand is hit as he throws the ball, picked off. It got floated, handed off by the Chiefs, and he's running all the way back. Oh, no. Kirk Cousins got hit as he threw, made the ball float on him. Caught by the Chiefs, intercepted there by the Chiefs. Again, just got floated as he hit, as he got hit. Didn't get the follow through. That's a pretty easy pick. And then hand it off there afterwards to keep the play going. Chiefs have the ball at the 34-yard line of the Falcons. 32 seconds left. He throws out to Puri there. And he's going to get down to the 31-yard line. Clock is stopped as the Chiefs will take their final timeout. So Chiefs are out of timeouts here as they're looking to go ahead and maybe take the lead, if not get closer and make it a one-point game where they will then get the second half kickoff. We're going to see. We're going to see. Rashid Rice, 7 receptions for 62 yards and a touchdown already in this game. He's doing well. He's a little recklessly speedy, both on and off the football field. The fact that he's not on the commissioner's exempt list is wild. Second and 2. Snap. Mahomes back. Looks. Steps up. He throws to nobody in particular. Maybe the photographer back in the end zone. So that's going to be 3rd and 2. 15 seconds left. Yeah, nothing real. I guess I know why he's doing that, because nobody's really open. And if you get tackled in the open field, that's going to be the end of the half, and you want to try to preserve at least a field goal here. So, listen, this is the Chiefs anyway. So go Madden, go all streaks, and just get everybody's ass in the end zone. Why not? Mahomes takes the snap, looks, throws. It's, again, out of bounds, nowhere. 4th and 2. Looks like he might have been going towards Watson. So Butker will come out for the kick to make it a 14-13 game. And here comes Butker from the right hash. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's Butker. It's Butker, so you know it's going to be good. With a name like Butker, it has to be good. I love Smuckers. Smuckers, jams, and jellies, and preserves are by far the best still. I don't think there's an argument about that. I don't think an argument can be made. I don't think an argument can be made that there's any jams, jellies, or preserves on the commercial market that are better than that. Sure, homemade. Yeah, anything's better homemade, but with a name like Smuckers, it has to be good. So, as we're winding down the first half here, Falcons started out, their first couple drives looked good. They got a couple of touchdowns. Chiefs seemed to have a little bit more of a struggle, but again, they were able to move the ball. I don't know what's happened here at the end of the second quarter, but the Falcons all of a sudden got a case of the stupids. It seems like they have forgotten how to play football here for a second. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there with the Falcons, with their offense. Their defense is doing pretty well, is trying to hold the Chiefs as best they can. 6 seconds left. Butker kicking it off. That's probably going to be another touchback, and it will be. that will be that. And there we go. So I would imagine the Falcons are just going to kneel on this, get to the halftime festivities, as it were, and we will see from there. And sure enough, there we are. There's the kneel down, and we are at halftime. And at the half, it is the Falcons 14, the Chiefs 13. I agree, OS. I agree. I think it's been interesting, and it's been confusing. Again, I've had a little bit of beef with the refs. I think the refs are I think they've made some interesting spotting calls when it comes to spotting the ball. I think they've taken again. I know it's early in the season for everybody, and we're rough on refs. Don't get me wrong. I know we're rough on the refs, but they are. It's been rough. It's been a rough one. It's been a rough one for the referees. And again, like I said, the Falcons started off great, and then they kind of went there at the end of the second half. And again, I'm sorry, NBC. I'm sorry, Peacock. That's wrong. The Ravens didn't steamroll the Cowboys. A steamroll means that they won by a large margin and the game was never in doubt. I hate to tell you, that second half, that game got very much in doubt. And if I'm a Ravens fan, that's a problem because you can't close teams out. You're lucky you did. It took kind of a fake handoff to Henry and a bit of a trickery there for them to get that final first down and basically end the game against Dallas. But you let Dallas come all the way back in which you were leading by multiple touchdowns. I think at 3 touchdowns at some point the lead was, and you only won the game at the end by 3. That's not steamrolling somebody. I'm sorry, it's not. So now if you're the Cowboys, you play Thursday night, short week. You have to travel all the way up to Jersey to play the Giants at the big air conditioner there in the Meadowlands. So how do they respond to that? Can the Giants actually pull off one hell of an upset of the Cowboys on Thursday night? All of a sudden, that Thursday night game becomes a little bit more, instead of just dire hopelessness, which is kind of what I was going into it with before the Giants game and the Cowboys game this week. Now I'm looking at it as, like, I still don't think the Giants will win, but it's looking better. There's a chance. I think there's there's a better than 0 chance that the Giants don't the Giants have a chance to win that game. While the Giants' chances of winning may not be great, it's not 0. So I think the Giants have a shot. So that's what I'm saying about that. But yeah, when it comes to this game, again, the Falcons in the second half of that second quarter seemed to have lose all cognitive function. I don't know what was going on with them. It's been a little sloppy. That's the one thing I've noticed about these Sunday games is they've been a little sloppy from everybody who's played them. So I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure why that's a thing happening here. But it does seem like it for the last couple games that they seem to be a little more not as crisp as maybe some of the other games. And again, maybe it's early in the season, so you're not having all that, but some of the stuff just hasn't seemed it hasn't seemed crisp. Yes, the Packers had a massively dominant game against Tennessee. That's one that you could say is a steamroll. The Seahawks game you could say is a steamroll, and I think that's a lot more to do with the Dolphins' injuries. I mean, again, when you lose your backup quarterback and now you have your emergency quarterback in there, basically without Tua, you don't have Skylar Thompson. They're both hurt. Your offensive line doesn't seem to be able to protect anybody, and now you're not able to get the ball to your playmakers like Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle. That's a problem. I know Pittsburgh only won 20-10, and so on the score it doesn't look like that's a blowout. But with that defense the Steelers has, that might as well have been a 50-10 game. Because that Steelers defense is, I think the Steelers defense is the best in the NFL. I will say that right now, week 3, I don't think it's a question. That Steelers defense has won them 3 games. And Justin Fields played a lot better today. He had a passing touchdown, I believe, today. The Steelers offense seems to be getting more and more comfortable and moving the ball. That's why I don't think Russell Wilson's not starting. Even if he comes back from not being injured, he's not starting. This is Justin Fields' team now. Until he has a game where he completely screws up, this is Justin Fields' team. Because he's been steady, hasn't made mistakes, and it seems like they're getting better. And they're leaving it in the hands of the defense. And that Steelers defense, I think, is 1,000% the best defense in the NFL. So I would actually add the Steelers as a team that had a dominant win today. Denver's blowout win in Tampa Bay, that's up there with the Panthers as far as I think of the shocking results. And I think it's more shocking than that because, again, with the Panthers, you had the change in quarterback. So even with everything, you thought maybe there might be something. Maybe they get a touchdown or 2 more. Instead, they got a shit ton more. And Andy Dalton, again, is the first quarterback this season that has over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. So that's something. But, I mean, those 2 really stuck out to me as huge surprises. Is Denver going down to Tampa and just dropping their nuts all over Baker, which is a shame because I was really 1,000% into Baker and thinking like they had something there. Same as kind of the Saints. I was thinking, Derek Carr and that Saints offense, maybe they're a different coordinator. Look what a different coordinator can do for you. And then they kind of had a bit of a stinker today. Now, is that just them having a stinker? Is that the Eagles' defense actually stepping up and playing well for once? Maybe a little column A, column B situation. But fact of the matter is, it's a loss there for the Saints at home, where I thought for sure against that Eagles team coming off a short week from a disappointing Monday night loss, the Saints flying high with that offense, having over 44 points in their first 2 games, or 44 points or more in their first 2 games, and they were never able to get it going throughout this game. So that was a little disappointing to see from the Saints, especially from a Giants fan's perspective. The Vikings, and I kind of called this, and everybody said I don't know about that. I think you're being a little. A lot of people picked on the Texans. They said the Texans were good. I think the Texans were favored going into Minnesota to win. I was like, I don't know about that. I was like, I like Minnesota looks good. Darnold was looking good, and sure enough, the Vikings look good again. 34-7 is how they beat Houston. As we mentioned, the Packers thumping Tennessee. The Giants, and again, there's a game. It's 21-15, so it doesn't quite look as bad, but that was 21-7 for most of the game. The Giants had the ball for most of the game. They dominated time of possession, plays run. Daniel Jones, again, for the second game, looked great. He honestly looked very good, much improved even from last week. And last week was a massive improvement over his first week. Malik Neighbors is a guy. Devin Singletary is doing well, although he does have to learn to hold on to the football. But that was a genuine good win from the Giants. So again, I'm not saying anything like out of pocket by that. I just think the Giants had a really, really, really good game there. Then you have Seattle and Miami. Seattle, again, like we said, the 24-3 over Miami. We covered that already, and just how bad the injuries are there for the Dolphins. Carolina, again, 36-22, but the game was not as close as that score indicated. A couple garbage time points there for the Raiders. Detroit, 20-13 over Arizona. Arizona fought them hard. And I thought this was going to be a tough and gritty battle, and indeed it was. Again, I think there was a couple real bad calls there. That 2-minute warning call, where Goff had not Goff, yes, Goff had the pass blocked, and the Cardinals intercepted it and ran it back for a touchdown, and then the refs say no play. We blew the play dead because of the 2-minute warning, when the clock was 2:01 when the ball was snapped. So, like that was. Like if I'm a Cardinal fan, I'm shaking pissed. I'm still pissed. So that one was bad, but that one was a good, tough, hard, gritty game. Either team could have won. The Cardinals were in it right there until the end, but Detroit's able to go ahead and put them away there at the end, and they win 20-13. Again, San Francisco had a huge lead on the Rams and blew it. And that's the other thing from the late games. There were two games. One was blown. One was very close to being blown. As Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, no strangers to blowing, almost blew again. But they're able to hang on by the skin of their skinny teeth against the Cowboys after dominating and seeming to blow them out most of the game. Only a 3-point win. And it was dicey there for a second. And the Ravens, like neither team could have lost that game. Really, both teams needed that game. And because you got to think, if the Ravens lose that game, now they're 0-3 in a division where the Steelers are 3-0. Holy shit! Like that would have been Panic City, USA in Baltimore. Instead, Baltimore now is at least 1-2. They're still 2 games back of the Steelers, and again with that Steelers defense, even with their offense not being great, with that Steelers defense is going to give them a chance and an opportunity to have a chance to win in every single game, every single one. So that's interesting. But that is the breakdown of today's games so far. Thank you so much for watching us here on Stay Tuned Sports. My name is King. Jimbo, not here with us on Sunday nights. He's not usually. He has, responsibilities, as he actually has a job to go to in the morning. So that's why I'm here, Mr. Irresponsible, to keep you company on these Sunday nights, along as we watch Sunday Night Football. Tonight's game, the Chiefs and the Falcons, 13-14. Currently, the Falcons with the lead. If you like what you're watching, like, share, subscribe. That helps us out immensely. We can't tell you how much your subscriptions mean to us, as each one gets us closer and closer and closer to monetization, and again, that's the goal. Our goal right now is 100. We really want to get to 100 subscribers, and then from there we'll bump up and see what the next goal will be. But 100 is what we're looking for right now. So all subscriptions and every little bit helps, and doing it early here for us. We love all you guys, like ELS in the chat here. He's a very early subscriber here with us right in the beginning, and hopefully you can be one too. And if you are, come join us in the chat. Come bullshit with us. Talk about your team, your fantasy team. How's your football going? What your opinions are of this game, any game, the Cowboys. What's going on with them? Do they have a future? Do the Giants actually have a chance to beat them? Say yes, please. We'll see. But still, lots of cool stuff. Links down in the description there for our donation station to help us out if you want to. Also, we have a merch store. Link is down there as well. Check that out. More stuff being added all the time. If you have any suggestions or ideas that you would like to see in there, and go ahead and let us know in the chat or on our social media at ST Sports Podcast. That's the main show feed. And of course, for myself is at King_ST Sports. And for your boy Jimbo, your good friend Jimbo, it is at Jimbo ST Sports. So that's all our social media tags, links, everything like that. As we see Arthur Blank here. What are they doing? A Falcons Hall of Fame here? Or... Oh, is the owner literally putting himself into the Falcons Hall of Fame? This is like throwing a party for yourself and then making everybody, making it mandatory that everybody comes and bring you a gift. Like, that's I don't know. That's a little. It's a little weird. I'm just gonna say it's a little weird. As the third quarter has started, the kickoff is a dynamic touchback, and the Chiefs will get it at the 30. As I'm out of Baja Blast. Boo. First and 10. Mahomes back. Looks throws. That's going to be connected to Kelce for 9 yards. As we look at Melissa Stark, who is never bad to look at. I'm sure everybody, a lot of the unfortunate fan base that likes to yell about Taylor Swift, oh, get her off my screen. I'm sure they're very happy tonight as she's not there. That's a pass to Rashid Rice, first down, and he spins around for more as he gets a lot of yardage there on 2nd and 1. And the Chiefs are off to a good and running start there. He got about close to 15 yards on that. But yes, no Taylor Swift there tonight. I had the Taylor counter ready to go today. It was set, and I had to send her away. She's not even there. Here's Steele, our porn star boy, Connor Cobalt, whatever the hell his name, Steele, whose sister's wedding is today, as they're all watching him play in his first game here with the Carson Steele. Watching him play his game here with the Chiefs. They're all at the wedding party. They showed the video of them at the wedding party, all drinking and dancing with his game up on the big screen. So that's kind of cool. Caught by Rashid Rice, and that's going to be just enough for a first down. And the Chiefs are moving the ball. They are in Falcons territory. So already in this very opening of the second half, it's looking like the Chiefs are kind of hitting a stride now all of a sudden. Mahomes back, looking, throws, big wide open Kelce. And that's going to be inside the 20-yard line. Chiefs now in the red zone. As now all of a sudden Kelce's getting a couple more looks here. This drive is the most active he's been all season. He's been more active in this drive than he has been in the previous 2.5 games already. Travis Kelce, he's got 2 catches for 27 yards. Hand off to porn star Carson Steele, and he's going to get 9 yards on that one. I feel bad for my brother's fantasy football team. He has 29.6 points. And he has... Oh, boy. Yeah, I think you're going to mark that down for a loss for your brother in that one. That's a Carolina Panthers Week 2 performance there. 2nd and 3. Again, handoff to Steele. First down and more. He's down at the 3-yard line of the Falcons. 1st and goal. Chiefs just murdering on this first drive. Just marching down the field with very little resistance coming from the Falcons. So 1st and goal. And Mahomes. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was a direct snap to Connor Steele there. Sorry. I don't know how I mistaked Connor Steele for Mahomes, but that's... I was distracted. I was looking at Twitter. As always, it's Twitter that's going to get you, bite you in the ass. And it looks like they had Kelce in as fullback. So it was Kelce as fullback. Connor was in the quarterback position. And... now Mahomes is back in there with Steele behind him. Is this the T formation? They bringing out the old Chicago Bears T formation here? And that's, again, a handoff to Steele, but he gets stuffed by the Falcons. 3rd and goal. It looks like they were trying to get Connor a touchdown, but I don't think Mr. Steele is going to get any deeper penetration than what he's got already. So 3rd and goal for the Chefs. And here we go. Who's they got? Perrine in the backfield. Rice in motion. Mahomes back. Rolls out to his left. Can't find anybody open. He just chucks it as he was going down being hit. And it's going to be 4th and goal. Do they go for it? Or do you put Butker out there to take the lead? And Matthew Judon seems to be injured. Uh-oh. That's not what you want to see if you are a Falcons fan, Judon being hurt. But they are going to send out Butker to take a 2-point lead here. And this isn't even an extra point. Like, come on, this is clearly going to be good. And there it is. It is not 316. 136, I mean. I don't even know what's going on there. But it is only 16. Chiefs don't have that much of a score yet. Why is that so messed up? Oh, did it mess up because I did it? Oh, I got to fix the thing. All right. God dang it. We're going to fix it. Here we go. That's all. See, easy fix. Bang, bang, boom. There we are. And 16-14 now. So, impressive drive stalled out right at the goal line, though. You don't like to see that. Well, I guess if you're a Falcons fan, you like to see that. And now you just got to hope that the Falcons offense has figured out whatever the hell was going on at the end of the second quarter. And that you guys can go ahead and get moving again. Because first quarter, you guys look great. You're moving the ball, scoring points. Looking good. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Bippity-bippity-boo. And now here we are in the second quarter, and you had kicking balls out of bounds and fumbling handoffs. And not even, but like you fumbled the snap that turned into a handoff. Like it was just... lots going wrong there for the Falcons. So, not exactly sure what's going on there, but I certainly hope if you're a Falcons fan, that you guys are hoping that you figure it out. Because that's not great. That's not great right now. So, that's where we stand right now as we're in another break. Let me see what's going on Twitter X. See, we talk about stuff. As again, you can join us in the chat. ELS is in the chat with us. We've had a couple subscribers come into the chat with us during the day. In our earlier game with the Eagles and Saints, we had Legend of the Black Mamba was in there talking about his Chargers. We had a couple other people in there talking about what was going on. It's very it's fun. It's fun in the chat. It's fun when you interact with us, and we love having you in there. And I certainly hope that you want to come and join us in there. If you do, like, share, subscribe. Helps us out. Come join us in the chat, and that will be very well appreciated. That's the other thing I do like about the ButtholeDome down there in Atlanta is all the food and concessions are made to be. I know they're showing like a diner here, the Varsity or whatever. Is that like a landmark in Atlanta? I don't know. I've never been to Atlanta. Not a big Atlanta guy, so I'm not sure. But in the stadium, like, Arthur Blank keeps the concessions like normal. Like, a hot dog is like, I think $1 or $1.50. Like, soda is only like that. It's like $1.50 or $1.75 for a soda. Beer is only like $2 or something. Like, I like that. That's cool to see. And we're gonna have a dynamic kickoff here as the Falcons get it, and they get it only up to the 26-yard line. And that is where they will take over and start their first drive of the second half. Cincinnati Reds, if you're a baseball fan, have fired their manager David Bell just a year after giving him a contract extension through the 2026 season. So that's That's something. First down. Takes the snap. Does Kirk Cousins. He throws it out to... Why am I not seeing an... Oh. That would be Mooney. Of course it is. I don't know why I didn't remember Mooney's name. But I didn't. But there it is. It was past to Mooney, 5 yards. I'm glad to see everybody else on Twitter making fun of Arthur Blank putting himself into the Ring of Honor. Like, it's just... I mean, I get it. Like, look, it's my team. I paid for the stadium. I paid for this team. I'm giving you guys $1.50 hot dogs. Put my name up in the ring. So, I get it, but... It seems a little self-serving, but... Snap by Cousins here on 3rd and 2. Looks through. Doesn't get the throw away. He's tripped up. That's going to be a sack, and that's going to be 4th down. 4th down. And yes, I did see something like that too, ELS, where it was like everybody got like a free soda and hot dog or burger or something, or some kind of concession, something like that. Like it was like you got a whole big deal for $5, whatever it was. Yes, but it's like he's been really good when it comes to like the concessions down there, and I wish a lot of other owners and stadiums would follow suit. But as for everywhere else except for Atlanta, get ready to pay $20 for a beer and $35 for a pretzel or a hot dog. That seems to be the way it is. And the Falcons unable to do anything on this first drive of the second half. 3 and out, and that's a punt, and that's way the hell in the end zone. Like, what? You got to be a better punter than that. And absolutely, I forgot to mention, I was going to say this before, Mercury Morris from the Dolphins, part of the legendary team, Dolphin teams of the 70s. He was part of the, I believe he was part of the undefeated season. He passed away today at the age of 77. Absolute NFL legend, and all our thoughts and respect to Mercury Morris, his family, all the fans, and the Dolphins community today. You kind of wished and hoped that the Dolphins would have had a better result, to honor him, but just some things don't work out that way. But yeah, big loss in the football community with the loss of Mercury Morris. Today at the age of 77. And thank you ELS for looking this up. Thank you so much, man. You are really you're a top notch guy, top notch researcher, man. We got to keep you around here. You're really helping me out here. The Falcons are indeed giving away everyone who attends the game. They get free hot dogs, 2 per attendee, a bag of chips, 2 per attendee, and unlimited soda and a free silver. Like, you know what? You can go in the Ring of Honor. Listen, you're going to do that. You're going to give us a Ring of Honor. Absolutely. Free hot dogs, free chips, unlimited sodas. Put that man's name up there. 1,000%. Now, when I started making fun of it, I'm completely 1,000% on board with it. Right now, absolutely. Arthur Blank, you do. Every other owner should take note. Lower the goddamn concession costs. And guess what? We wouldn't mind if we put your name in the Ring of Honor either. But no, you got to have $20 goddamn beers. So you know what? Kiss my ass. If he was still doing that, I think people would be upset. But the fact that they have regular priced concessions there all the time. And now for this one, he even does this as well on top of that. Absolutely, Arthur. You put your name up there. Brought to you by the Home Depot. I love that. I really do. I think, Like Arthur Blank actually, I don't think that's talked about enough about how much he's actually done for that part of the game, at least, when it comes to that, and how he operates the Mercedes-Benz Stadium there. Handoff there to that's Mr. Connor Steele. I got to tell you, Dino's Draft House there has got themselves a fantastic stats and info man there, ELS, because you are on top of it with the information and the stats, just mentioning stuff, and you're there, bang, 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 which is fantastic stuff. And like I said, it helps as far as here I was making fun of Arthur Blank for being like, put me in my own Hall of Fame. That's great. But honestly, put that man's name up there. I might put him up in my own Ring of Honor here. Maybe I'll put Arthur Blanks there. I'll let everybody know. Hey, John Mara, instead of giving, I think the Giants gave away like a half-price Pepsi, like a medium Pepsi for their fan appreciation day a couple years ago. I remember that, and it's still the talk of much mockery amongst Giants fans. And it's like, yeah, our season sucked, but here, have a half-priced medium Pepsi on us. It's like, shut up. Meanwhile, Arthur Blank does all this stuff. You know what, Arthur? That's right. You get your name up there. No argument for me anymore. I'm not going to make fun of it. You wear that red jacket with pride, my friend. Connor Steele with a rush, and he gets the first down for the Chiefs as they seem to be getting ready to take a stranglehold on this game. The Falcons have lost any traction they've had, any momentum. And meanwhile, all the momentum seems to be kind of going towards the Chiefs' end here in the last half of the first half and in the beginning of the second half. Pressure on Mahomes, but he gets it complete to Rice, who has it all the way down to the Falcons' 41, it seems. And that's going to be 1st and 10 in Falcons territory. Chiefs moving the ball. Falcons started this game really strong, and it's just been downhill for them ever since. And the Chiefs only seem to be getting better and better as the game goes on. So they marked it actually at the 42-yard line. Snap, throws out to Worthy. Xavier Worthy trying to get out wide. Can't. The Falcons have done a good job of containing the fastest man on the planet Earth, Xavier Worthy. That's only going to be maybe a half a yard gain. So are you a teacher, ELS? I have no idea. Again, we don't know. I know you like trains. I did watch a bit of the train video that you had earlier. It was kind of cool. I liked that. That was fun. Like I said, I've watched more train videos, I think, on YouTube than I've ever wanted to admit. Mahomes, wide open in front of him on 2nd and 9. Steps up in the pocket, runs for, I want to say, 12 yards. That's going to be another first down there for the Chiefs, and they are just moving the ball. But yeah, no, that was a very cool train watching video. I did enjoy that. But like I said, you're quick with the stats. You're quick with the info when we need it. I understand why Dino's Draft House uses you there. And trust me, we enjoy you having you here. And who knows, maybe one day when we actually get monetized and actually get some money from this thing, maybe we'll actually hire you as our stats guy. That would be great. But we got to get there first. And we get there by people like you out there liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you so very much if you do so already. We cannot thank you enough. And if you're watching us now and aren't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? We got a bunch of stuff. We got Monday Night Football tomorrow. Jaguars, Bills. We've got the countdown where we do our power rankings show, me and Jimbo, on Tuesdays. Wednesdays is the flagship show, the main podcast, Stay Tuned Sports. That's on Wednesdays. Of course, Thursday Night Football, Giants and Cowboys. Friday is the Friday Forecast, which is our weekly prediction show. And then we start the whole thing over again. So if you want to join us, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell as Connor Steele gets very close to the first down. I think that's going to be actually a first down. Or are they going to mark him short? They're marking him short. I thought he got there, but they're going to mark him short. as he runs off the field with his blonde, long locks flowing in the Atlanta breeze. Kelce on the sideline here. 1st and 10. Oh, they did give him the first down. Okay. Remember, folks, the yellow line is not official. Bit of an end around here to Worthy, trying to get some of that speed working. Gets to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 6. And it's going to be 2nd down for the Chiefs. Connor Steele putting in the work today. Undrafted rookie has played extremely well here for the Chiefs. Like I said before, his sister's bridal reception there. Everybody's there watching them at there. They're having a good day. Obviously, Connor said, play for the Chiefs or go to my sister's wedding. Priorities. 2nd and 4. That's going to be a pass out to Rice and immediately hit. That's going to be a 3-yard loss. And Rice is still on the ground. He might have had the wind knocked out of him. And he is in a little bit of discomfort. It's almost like being in a car wreck. I'm not sorry. He shouldn't be playing anyway. He should be on a commissioner's acceptance list. So, I'm not sorry about my joke about him putting people's lives in danger. That's all I'll say about that. You don't want to see people hurt. You don't want to be that's not. I'm not joking about him being hurt. I'm joking about him being a terrible driver and kind of a piece of shit, allegedly. Although the video kind of shows definitively, but I think we still have to say allegedly or we get sued. If the Pat McAfee and Brett Favre thing taught us anything, is that even when you're correct and use allegedly, you can still get sued. So I'm gonna use the allegedly because it's still technically allegedly. But if you watch the video, it's not allegedly, it's allegedly. That's kind of like allegedly Deshaun Watson is a piece of shit. Allegedly, sure. In reality, just saying. Cowboys. I'm seeing a lot of posts here from insiders and journalists and Barstool of just CeeDee Lamb yelling at Dak, Dak yelling at everybody, everybody saying to jump off, don't be with us, please jump off the bandwagon. Oh, boy. Not pretty in Dallas. Not pretty in Dallas right now. Not a good time. Although, for me as a Giants fan, I think it's, hopefully we can keep this going as, to at least till Thursday. And hopefully we can, I love my family. I got a good family. I got a real good family. Checking some of the social medias. Snoop Dogg and stuff. Snoop Dogg's everywhere. As we're looking on there. Let's see here. 3rd and 7 for the Chiefs. Mahomes in shotgun. Takes the snap. He looks. He throws. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be a touchdown for Juju Smith-Schuster. Get your TikToks ready, everybody. Juju Smith-Schuster with the touchdown. And the Chiefs are starting to take control of this game. And it is quickly getting to the point here where now it's a 2-possession game here. And the Falcons, since I want to say middle of the second quarter, have shown an inability to play football at a professional level. And that was only 22 And Butker misses an extra point? Mr. Automatic? I don't know why I put 23. I think because I expected Butker just to make it. Wow. He doinked it. Harrison Butker. Wow. And the weird week of week 3 continues with Harrison Butker missing a field goal. How about, what's wrong with Justin Tucker? Justin Tucker, who was captain, automatic field goal, never missed. Even from, 66, 68 against Detroit, never missed. It bounced off the crossbar, but never missed. Man is never as automatic as you can get. Justin Tucker for the Ravens. He's been ass for the first 3 weeks here. He can't buy a field goal. What is wrong with Justin Tucker? So now, instead of it being a 2-possession game, Atlanta is only a touchdown and 2-point conversion away from tying this game up. So they are still in it. Will they be able to take advantage of the Butker miss? Any advantage? Dynamic kickoff return, and he gets it up to the 33. It looked like he was going to break it there for a minute, but didn't quite make it. But we have a flag. Ooh, we're going to add to the flag counter. I'm glad that the flags kind of died down a little bit. We have a legal block in the back against the Falcons, so that's going to move that return back. And that's going to put the flag number up to 6 accepted penalties for this game. It's sure unfortunate. Like, again, the way the game started, ELS, it looked like Cousins was going to be like, all right, he's turned that page. He's looking good. This might be primetime Kirk Cousins again. You're right. Kirk Cousins looks back, throws. Cameraman is giving me vertigo. And it does eventually end up being a first down to Mooney. I didn't know what was happening. I thought it might have been batted down. Was it not? The cameraman really was giving me a little bit of a Blair Witch effect there. But be that as it may, it is a first down. Atlanta moves the chains for the first time in a long time. So here goes Cousins. It's going to be a handoff to Bijan, and he's going to get stopped 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So Bijan right now still unable to get anything moving in this game against the Chiefs and that front that they have. Again, no real blocking there. Ray got to do a little bit better job on the block. So, not a 3-yard loss, only a 2-yard loss they have it down here for the Falcons. Again, it's a pass out to Bijan. Bijan's found the seam, and he gets a first down. Ed Moore keeps his balance. He was out to the 40. I think he's down. I think he was down. They're going to say he was down. Let's see. Was he down? Oh, yeah, he's down. That's down. Elbow was down before the ball comes out. That is down. First down for the Falcons at the 41-yard line. And he's touched by the Chiefs there, I think. He's touched. It looked like he was touched. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. This game is moving along unlike the game. Oh, God, last Sunday night was so bad. That Bears-Texans game was such a slog to get through. This one has been a little bit better, a little bit quicker. It's felt at least quicker anyway. It's been a good moving game. Dude, NBC and like NBC itself and their coverage is iffy. I don't like Mike Tirico. Collinsworth is hit or miss with a lot of people. I don't mind Collinsworth. I really don't. I don't find him as egregious as some people do. But and especially today, their graphic work has been spotty and iffy. Like, it looks like I'm working their graphics for them. Like, you know, I've been a little spotty with my graphics on here, but again, I'm an amateur doing this. I'm not working for NBC. You should be a little bit better, quicker on the ball. They've had a couple glitches. They've had a couple transitions that haven't worked. They've had a couple replays they looked like they were going to, and it was just a black screen. The camera work has been bad. Like, it's just not great. And then on top of it, like, the Peacock feed, like, trying to watch a game on Peacock is, you might as well just bang your head into a brick wall. Like, Peacock's feed is so bad. And they want people to watch it. Like, you try to watch it I can't watch it on the computer. Like, it doesn't seem to be too bad on the television when I get it running through there, but trying to watch it on the computer, it skips and it stops so bad. Like, you can't get it working. You can't get it moving. It's like, all right, well then I'll have to find another way. I'll have to find another feed because it's just so bad. So I don't know. Like, NBC is not the best when it comes to broadcasting. It's not. Especially not since, I guess, Al Michaels left or whatever. Maybe they lost some of their crew. Maybe some of their crew left with him. I don't know. I'm not saying Amazon's any great shakes either, but Amazon, I think, is a better football presentation right now than Sunday Night Football is. And that should not be the case. Sunday Night Football should be like what your marquee matchup is. And it has been ever since it kind of took over for Monday Night Football as being the marquee when John Madden moved to it. Whereas now Monday night, it used to be Sunday Night Football was a secondary primetime game where Monday Night Football was the game. Now for the last 20 years, it's been Sunday Night Football's been the game. So first down and 10 for Atlanta, and that is Ray. He's going to get about 2 yards. But yeah, you can't have the presentation that NBC has had. I want to say like the last 2 years at least. It's been weird. It's been iffy. So second and 7. That's going to be it's going to be tipped by the Chiefs and incomplete. And that's going to be 3rd and 7. Cousins seems a little lost out there. Again, like we've been talking about in the chat, seems like we've got a little bit of primetime Kirk Cousins coming back to us. I'm not a huge NASCAR guy. Jimbo, the other half here of us here at Stay Tuned Sports, he likes NASCAR. He's big into NASCAR. But the funny thing is, you're saying the NASCAR and NBC coverage is better than Sunday Night Football. And the hilarious thing is that NASCAR people think Fox's coverage is better than NBC's. So that's going to be a completed pass there to Mooney for a first down as his helmet is lost as well. He's able to get it, but is he going to have to sit out a play? I think that usually has how it goes. If you lose your helmet, you got to sit out a play. So we'll see. But yeah, like it's funny because NASCAR fans, you kind of see they lament when NBC's coverage starts during the NASCAR season because they like the Fox coverage better, and then you saying that the NASCAR and NBC is better than Sunday Night Football. It's like, well, that tells you all you need to know, right there. Bijan Robinson with a hard 3-yard run. Still finding hard to get going here. Is Bijan Robinson in this game? Again, we're in the 4th quarter. Falcons are moving the ball, so this is better than what it's been for them. They are in Chiefs territory, and we're going to see what they can do here on a 2nd and 7. From the 36-yard line. Cousins getting pressured again. He just kind of throws that in the dirt near Bijan Robinson. Incomplete, 3rd and 7, and it looks like there is a Chief injured on the play. Oh, Bijan actually almost caught that. Rolling around on the ground. Cousins got smacked to the ground as well. But here we go. 3rd and 7. Falcons have to get something here. Even if it's just a field goal, don't be like Nick Sirianni and leave points on the board. Almost cost the Eagles today. Again, Cousins pressured. There is no protection from this Atlanta Falcons offensive line. So it is 4th and 7 now for the Falcons. I don't know what it is, but this offensive line is a sieve. Very 2023 New York Giants offensive line vibes here. So here we go. Long field goal, 54-yard attempt here for the Falcons. Snap, hold, kick, up. That's going to be good. And we have a 17-22 game. 5-point lead for the Chefs. And the Chiefs will get the ball back here. And the Falcons desperately need to get a stop and get the ball back. ELS in the chat. If you want to join us in the chat, by the way, like, share, subscribe. The chats are open. You don't even have to be subscribed. Usually that's kind of how we have it here to kind of encourage some subscriptions because it helps us out. And also to keep the bots out. You know, you don't want the NFL game live here. Click here, click here, click here, click here, like 17 million times. So that's why we have the timer on there. There's a 60-second timer for in between comments, and we usually do subscription to come in chat. But today it's open. So if you want to come in, join us here in the chat. Let us know. ELS in the chat says, honestly, NASCAR on NBC is better. My only problem with NASCAR on Fox is that Clint Boyer being in the booth, he sounds like a redneck dumbass. I mean, it's NASCAR. I think it's safe to assume that a large portion of the NASCAR fan base is Southern, deep Southern, what you would classify as a redneck. So, I mean, is that necessarily why you want to hear on the broadcast? It's going to be somebody like this talking about how they're going around turning the circle? I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly what you want to listen to. I'm not sure if that's everybody's cup of tea. But maybe it adds a little bit of authentic NASCAR, culture to the broadcast. I don't know. But it does seem like people like the Fox broadcast a lot more than NBC's. So I take that as you will. Again, me, not a huge NASCAR guy. I watched it, I think, 20 years ago for a couple months because I was trying to nail a girl, and she liked NASCAR. So I know I'm a shallow person. I'm a very shallow individual. I was like, I'll watch NASCAR, fine. But I really never got into it. It's just not. It's not my thing. I did go see a race up at Pocono though, at the old Tricket Triangle. So that was that was something. Very long, hot day, just watching cars go around the triangle. I think Denny Hamlin won that day, if I'm being honest. And I did see a woman pass out from alcohol poisoning before the national anthem. So that was something. And the dynamic kickoff results in a dynamic touchback, and that is where the Chiefs will take over at the 30-yard line here in the fourth quarter. As the Chiefs have a 5-point lead, they're going to try to look here to kind of extend the lead, maybe put the game out of reach. Atlanta looking to get a 3-and-out, get a stop on this drive, get the ball back, and get an opportunity to take the lead as they are only down 5 points. 1st and 10, Mahomes. That's going to be a handoff to Connor Steele. Connor Steele. Now starring with Penny Pax, Connor Steele. And Connor slow to get off. No. He's limping off. He looks like he's got a shot, either his arm or his ribs. But yeah, he was definitely, he kind of got lifted up by his offensive lineman and is able to jog off. Second and 4. Mahomes in shotgun, takes the snap. He's looking. He gets it off there. And that's Perrine, I believe. And that's going to be about a yard and a half short of the first down. So we have third down now coming up here. Falcons desperate for a stop. They got to get this stop. We need a chance to win, they're saying. We got to give Kirko a chance. To get the chance, we got to stop him. 3rd and 2. Let's go, guys. Let's stop him. And we'll see if they can do so. Mahomes in shotgun takes the snap. He's looking around, throws, and that is going to be dropped by Kelce. Oh, Taylor's not giving you any nookie tonight, my friend. No. She only gives nookie to those who catch the ball in critical third down situations. So the Falcons get exactly what they needed. It's going to be a 3-and-out unless they try for a 4th down, but I doubt it this deep in their own territory. That would be dumb. So great defensive play, and indeed it will be a punt. Wow. So the Falcons giving themselves almost a huge mistake. High snap on the punter. He's able to bring it down and get it away. Gets it down to the 10-yard line. Actually, a really great fumble! And I don't know if he was down. So I didn't get a chance to switch over the possession ball yet. Oh no! If you're the Falcons, you better hope that some joint was down before that ball came out. Oh no! You did exactly what you needed to do. The Chiefs almost had a massive mistake with a high snap on the punt. He's able to get away. You don't try to fair catch it or do anything. You then he is down. The ground calls the fumble. So that is not a fumble. That will be Falcons ball. And he was touched. So he's touched, arm down. That is Falcons ball. Clear as day. Yep, see, touched him right there. Then down. And the ground can't cause a fumble. So the Falcons with... If you're a Falcons fan, pat your perspiration dry. For that was close, but you do maintain possession. Deep in your own end, though, but you did get the 3-and-out on the Chiefs, and now you have a chance to go down the field and take the lead with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Are there more late-game heroics in Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons? Stay tuned. That's why we call this channel what we do. Stay tuned. Again, this channel is fairly new. Doing the YouTube stuff is fairly new. We've been doing this podcast, which was generally just an audio podcast when we first started. I started this in 2016, and then there were, certain life gets in the way, and I had to stop doing the podcast. Jimbo took over himself and kind of reestablished it in 2018. That's why if you look at our logo, it says established 2018. It was really 2016, but it really, Jimbo reestablished it to what we kind of have today then. For the podcast, and he went through a couple partners and try and do stuff. Finally, I was able to come back to the podcast a couple of years ago, and was doing that. And then just very recently did we start really jumping on and trying to push the YouTube stuff, which is what I kind of wanted to do that and get that going. So, yeah, just a quick little history there of Stay Tuned Sports. But that is why we call ourselves Stay Tuned Sports, because we want you to stay tuned. And for stuff like this, it makes sense, because the Falcons have a chance here. So stay tuned with us. Sit here with us. Enjoy the excitement here of NFL football Week 3 on this crazy weekend where the Panthers blew out the Raiders, where the Texans got blown out by the Vikings. Vikings 3-0. The Steelers 3-0. The Giants won a game in kind of dominant fashion. The Giants won a game and looked good doing it outside of the first kickoff. Let's pause. Of course, they're the Giants. They still had to fuck up something, but looked good. So I'm excited. It's great. Stay with us here. Let's see what's going on here. Can Kirk Cousins pull off some more 4th quarter magic? Kansas City's had the ball for 32 minutes and 33 seconds. Atlanta has only had it for 16 minutes. Kansas City has doubled up Atlanta's play calls, 66-35. Kirk Cousins takes the snap, looks, throws, hit as he was throwing, threw it off. That's going to be incomplete, and we have a flag down. Chris Jones without a helmet. I'm going to wonder if that has something to do with this call. It might. What is it, Mr. Official? We have illegal use of hands against... Yeah, no, that makes sense. That does kind of make sense. So, illegal use of hands to the face, that is an accepted penalty. So that means the number jumps up here, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 7 flags for the game. So, which is still better than what it has been. I mean, we've had games last Sunday night, I think was 21 or 22 accepted penalties. Again, and to be fair, I want to make sure that so everybody knows this isn't. I kind of took the flag counter idea from Tom Grossi. So let's not try to say like, oh, you're stealing from Tom. I'm borrowing from Tom. That's all we're doing here. Big ups and big respect to Tom Grossi, by the way. We got a handoff there to Ray. And Ray gets it up there to the 15-yard line. So he gets back that penalty yards in about 5 more. So it's going to be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 6, somewhere here. It's going to be another handoff to Ray, and Ray's got a hole, and Ray's got a first down to the 28-yard line. Ray making moves here for the Falcons. I want to say that's right. If I'm calling the wrong person by the wrong name, I want to say that's Ray, but I may be wrong. I never know. And I was. That's Tyler Algieri. That wasn't Ray. I thought it was Ray this whole time, and it's Algieri. Algiers. Jeez. Oh, nobody listen to me. Nobody listen to me when I do this stuff. Just nobody listen to me. 2nd and 8. If you want to hear the wrong name called, I'm your guy. Snap. Kirk Cousins takes the ball, looks, throws. It's going to be caught. And first down. That's Kyle Pitts with a first down. And Atlanta is moving the ball. And it is Kyle Pitts. It is number 8. It is Kyle Pitts. I do know that. As I now have the roster list in front of me so that I can try to get it right. Try to be a professional here. I want to thank you all for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports as we're watching live Sunday Night Football. Falcons trying to get a little late game magic here, a little fourth quarter magic, come back in this game, take the lead against the Chiefs, losing 22-17 as it currently stands. Handoff, that is to Bijan Robinson, and he's going to get only about a yard and a half on the carry. He has not had a very effective game so far. We are at 9:10 here in the fourth quarter. Clock is ticking. Falcons, like I said, first half of the second quarter looked good. Then it seemed the wheels fell off in the second and third quarter. Now it seems like they're getting a little something back, but they cannot protect Kirk Cousins. He takes another hit, but that is caught. Ooh, almost dropped. And then held down by London. Man, the Falcons are they're their own worst enemy. And there is a player down for the Chiefs. But my goodness, Kirk Cousins cannot be protected. That's at least the 5th blindside hit he's taken in this game. He cannot, and then London almost drops the ball. And not drop it, but fumble it. But my God, how much more punishment is Kirk going to be able to take here? The Falcons have to do something with their protection because it is horrendous. Nick Bolton is the injured Chief that is being now helped off the field. But my God, I don't know. But it's getting to the point of absurdity when it comes to this protection that the Falcons are not providing for Kirk Cousins. But it is a 1st and 10. They are in Chiefs territory at the 46-yard line. That's Ray Ray in motion, and it is handed off to Ray Ray, and he is now breaking it up the left side. Face mask. He stays in bounds. Good tightrope. Ray Ray McLeod there, 34. See, I know 34 now is Ray Ray. See, that's now I know it's Ray Ray. I've been calling Algieri, whatever Ray Ray. Ray Ray actually now carried the ball. So now it's correct. But what a play. What a huge play. As they are now deep. I think there was a face mask there too. And he's able to tiptoe to get another, I want to say, like 5 to 8 yards. Yeah, he steps out right there. Okay, so not quite as good, but almost. And they didn't throw a flag on it. Gain of 20. Down now to the 26-yard line. And Mooney gets nowhere on that one. In fact, it looks like he might have lost a yard. So Mooney not able to get anything together here. That's going to be down, I think, at the 28. So he lost more than a yard. 2nd and 12. Now from the 28. Cousins in shotgun. Takes the snap. Again, it's a pass to Bijan out of the backfield. And he gets back to, I want to say, like maybe the 25. Depends on the spot. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 or 3rd down and 9. Either way, 3rd down and long coming up here for the Falcons. Last 2 play calls, not the best. They're saying 3rd and 8. I think that's a generous spot if it's 3rd and 8. I think that's a generous spot. And it is. They spot him at the 24. I thought he was out at the 25. But again, bad eyes, so who knows? But I think the officials have bad eyes too. Anyway, 3rd and 8. Offsides on Pitts. He just started running the route for no reason. Oh, my God. Oh, the Falcons are their worst enemy. Oh, no, they called, what did they call? Trying to put him off? Or just neutral zone infraction. Either way, it's still an accepted penalty. But that's going to move 5 yards closer. So now instead of 3rd and 8, it's going to be 3rd and, 3rd and 3? Yeah, 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 3, 6:30 left here in the 4th. It's going to be a hand off and no gain. Again, Bijan Robinson, nothing going on in this game. Now, is it him or is it this offensive line that can't block? Because they certainly can't block for Kirk Cousins or give them any chance to get going back there. 4th and 2, Kirk Cousins with the snap, throws. That's going to be caught by London, and that's a 1st down. I think at this point, just try to do the quick throws because trying to hand it off to Bijan Robinson is not working, and trying to set up Kirk Cousins there to do a long throw isn't happening because they can't set up protection that long. So I think that's a quick 2-step drop, get the ball out, little 5-yard routes, and just do that the rest of the game. Because I think that's the only way you're going to be able to do this. Bosa Fan 97. How you doing? Thanks for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports. Nice to see you. And here we go. That is Bijan again, and he gets down to where are they going to mark him there? Oh, they mark. Boy, I thought he got a little bit closer than that. But again, I've had a problem with the spotting all game. But he looks like he's down at the 12. It's going to be 2nd down here for Atlanta. And again, Bosa Fan, thank you so much for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports as we're watching Sunday Night Football. If you like what you're watching, like, share, and subscribe. Helps us out immensely, and we would appreciate it. Intentionally ELS already in here joining us, having great conversations. And here's the handoff there to Algieri, and Algieri pushing, trying to keep the legs moving. And he gets down to, where are we? Where are you going to spot it this time, refs? As we are at 4:35 left in the 4th quarter. Time is ticking down. It is 3rd down. The Falcons are indeed looking good on this drive here, ELS. They really, really are. They finally seem to put something good together here, although they still cannot protect Kirk Cousins, and Bijan Robinson cannot get anything going. 3rd and 5 from the 6. They can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Kirk Cousins looks, throws into double coverage, and that's incomplete. I would say that was an ill-advised throw, if anything. But here we go. It is 4th and 5. They are going to go for it. There's no thought of a field goal at this point because you don't want to give the Chiefs the ball back where you still need, like, I get it. I get it. You're down 5 points. Field goal doesn't do anything except get you within 2, and what's the point? Whoo, doggy. Here we go. This is a big 4th down play. That could have been or should have been pass interference. He was kind of hugging him before the ball ever got there. 4th down. In shotgun. Kirk Cousins. Late game magic again. Let's see. Takes the snap. Looks. Throws. That is going to be incomplete. It looks like he was hit when he threw the ball. Again. Cannot get protection. Couldn't get it. That's a turnover on downs. And with 4:04 remaining, the Chiefs will take over on their own 6-yard line. So that's what we're looking at right now. Falcons' time running out. The defense got them a 3-and-out last time when they desperately needed it. Can they do it again? They're going to need to in order for the Falcons to have a chance in this game. I think everybody still has their timeouts from what I've seen, unless NBC's fucked up their graphics, which I haven't seen. Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports as we're watching Sunday Night Football. I hope you joined us earlier for the Eagles and Saints game, where both me and Jimbo were providing the play-by-play and our reactions for that. That was fun. If you want to make sure that you know when any of our stuff goes live, whether it's these live streams that we're watching or our countdown, which is our power ranking show that we do, or our main podcast, the Stay Tuned Sports, the flagship on Wednesdays, or the Friday Forecast, which is our prediction show for the games coming up that weekend. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, put on all notifications so you know whenever our videos pop up. ELS in the chat, the Falcons in the red zone cannot get anything rolling. And that's the biggest thing is Bijan Robinson. Things would be going a little bit better if he was able to get something going. But he's not able to get anything rolling. The Falcons' running game is not there. So the Chiefs seem to be perfectly fine in just coming right after Kirk Cousins. And that Atlanta offensive line is unable to block anybody. And he's just been getting murdered back there. Every time there's a pass play, he's getting pressured, if not hit, if not hurried, if not flushed out of the pocket. So it's they need to find a way to tighten that up, and they're running out of time. And again, the defense, if the defense plays it right here, they'll be able to get one more possession for the Falcons offense. But if the Chiefs get a couple first downs here, that's going to be game. If the Falcons defense allows them to score, that's going to be game. So it's a very, very thin margin of error here for the Falcons, and it's kind of the second game where this is happening. With them, Monday night it was they were 99.9% going to lose that game, and then bad calls from the Eagles allowed them to get back in a game and actually win that game. So let's see if something like that can happen in this game for them. They handed off to Connor Steele there, do the Chiefs, and he gets about 1.5 yards on the carry. I was going to say, there was a lot of passes. They could have thrown something on there. Again, they didn't call anything on the Chiefs. And, when you look at what they called against the Bengals last week, and now that they didn't call that on the Chiefs this week, his head's not back looking at the ball. That should have been a flag. Let's be honest. That should have been a flag. So, here we go. 2nd and 8 for the Chiefs. Mahomes flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be tackled about 3 yards short. Actually, 2 yards short. Pardon me. And here we go. 3rd down and 2. This is a big play here for this Atlanta defense. They have to stop them. 2:42, 2:41, 2:40. Play clock at 2, 1. Snap. Mahomes. Back. Looks. Throws. And that's going to be incomplete. So the Falcons defense, 2 straight 3-and-outs to help give their team a chance to win this game. They did it before, and the Falcons could not capitalize from the 6-yard line. Now the Chiefs are back deep in their own end. They should have better field position, the Falcons should, on this next possession. This is it. This is do or die time now. The Falcons, can they once again, for the 2nd week in a row, pull victory from the jaws of defeat? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. There's the punt. The kick is away. It is a boomer. And we have a flag, though. We have a flag down. It is at about the 35-yard line of the Falcons. So hell of a punt there. But we have a flag. What's going to be the call, Mr. Official? What do we got here? What do we got? Are we going to have the add to the counter? Is this going to be an accepted one? What is the official saying? Nope. They're picking it up. Whatever it was. Okay. So no flag. So we don't add anything. And we have 1st and 10. Squeaky bum time in the ButtholeDome in Atlanta. And there's a dork who decided to paint his face for a game in the visiting state. Like, come on. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? You're a grown-ass man. Stop painting your face. 1st and 10 for the Falcons from the 35-yard line. Kirk Cousins in shotgun. Takes the snap. Back. Looks. Throws. Tipped. Incomplete. McDuffie with the tip there. But we have a flag down. Don't make the end of this game a flag fest, refs. Don't do it. Illegal use of hands against the Chiefs. That's going to be an automatic 1st down. And we add to the flag counter. We have 9. Are we going to hit double digits on the flag counter for this game? We might. It might happen. I hope not. I hope the refs, unless it's obvious, kind of keep the flags in the pocket. So 1st and 10 from the 40 now. 1st down. Kirk Cousins back, looks, throws. That's completed to London, and that's across the 50, and that's a 1st down. The Falcons are moving. 2:12, 2:11, 2:10. Both teams still have 3 timeouts. This might go to the 2-minute warning. 5, 2:04, 2:03, 2:02, 2:01. Snap is before the 2-minute warning. They do get it off. Kirk Cousins back, looks, throws, and nobody's there. And there is a flag from the secondary. It looks like this has either holding or pass interference written all over it. Pass interference on the Chiefs. That'll be a spot foul and a big spot foul. Let's see. Let's see. Do we think this is? Well, yeah, no, you can't do that. You can't hold him that. First of all, you can't touch him that far down the field. Plus, yeah. All right. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, gets us to double digits on the flag counter. Here we go. We've hit 10 for the day. 2 minutes left to go. We have another finish here with the Atlanta Falcons. You can't say that it's not an entertaining game when the Falcons are playing. You know, they for the last 2 games in a row on primetime, they've made it a down to the wire squeaky bum time for these games. So it's I love it when it's an interesting game. When it's whether it's good football or bad, technically, like, oh, well, it's been a sloppy game. It's been a bit sloppy too, but it's you can't say it hasn't been entertaining. I don't think you can say it hasn't been entertaining. And here we are, 2 minutes left to go, and we're down to the nitty gritty. And they need a touchdown. Field goals do nothing. There's no 5-point field goal in the NFL. So, interested to see how the Falcons finish this game. I want to thank everybody for joining us here. Hey, 11-11, make a wish out there. I want to thank everybody for watching us here. If you like what you're watching, like, share, subscribe. It helps us out immensely. Thank you so very much, everybody out there. We've got Bosa fan in the chat. We've got ELS in the chat. We've got everybody hanging out here. It is fun. It is good times. We're just talking about our teams. Well, I mean, for Bosa, it's probably not great because your Niners blew a gigantic lead and lost to the Rams, and that is unfortunate. But if it's any consolation, my fiance loves Nick Bosa's arms. So, and I assume you're talking about Nick Bosa as Bosa fan 97. I assume. But you know what they say about people who assume? They're an asshole. I'm usually called one anyway. So, but here we go. We're getting ready here. London game coming up there for the Jets on October 6th against the Vikings. I'll be up for that. I'll have to be watching that one. So, I'll probably do that one on a Sunday. That might be my first three game day. I might do the early London game. Do a 1 o'clock game and then do the Sunday night primetime game. So we might do 3 for those games. And again, we're gonna always try to do the Giants and an Eagles game on here. Since I'm a Giants fan, Jimbo's an Eagles fan. Today we've made an executive decision to do the Eagles and Saints instead of the Giants and Browns. In hindsight, it might have been better to go with Giants Browns. It seemed to be the more entertaining game. But so here we go. 1st and 10, snap. And that's going to be an incomplete pass on 1st down for Kirk Cousins as he again has to pick himself off the rubber pellets of the Mercedes-Benz Stadium turf. 151, 2nd and 10. From the 38-yard line of the Chiefs. London looks like he didn't see it or know where it was going. He kind of put his hands up like, I don't see anything. Or was he trying to say he was interfered with? But either way, try to catch the ball next time. 2nd and 10. Kirk Cousins passes it out to Mooney, and Mooney's only going to get half a yard. And there's another flag coming in from the official, and this looks like it's going to be another bad penalty on the Chiefs. Is this a face mask, or what do we got? Or did he try to grab him by the helmet to pull him down? Oh, horse collar. That's a horse collar. Oh, Chiefs seem to be imploding now. Before we had talked about the Falcons and how they were imploding. Now it looks like the Chiefs are imploding here. Oh, no. Mr. Pickle! What's up, Mr. Pickle? Mr. Pickle in the chat. How you doing, brother? Great to see you here. As we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Kirk Cousins. He is in shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws it out to, is that London? Or, yeah, that's Mooney. Sorry. I couldn't see if that was a 1 or a 7 or what. But Mooney has it, but that's going to be a loss of a yard. 2nd down. As we are in, once again, for the 2nd straight game with the Falcons, squeaky bum time, as I like to call it. As they now have it at the 20, it looks like the 25-yard line. They need a touchdown. They have all their timeouts. 1:14, 1:13, 1:12. Clock is ticking down. Cousins takes the snap at 1:10. Back, looks, throws. Caught across the middle. That's going to be London, and he gets down to the 13-yard line. That's where he's spotted. That is where the Falcons will take their first timeout. 1 minute exactly left on the clock. Woo! Woo! We're getting down to it. We are getting down to it. ELS, Mr. Pickle, Bosa Fan 97, everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us here on Stay Tuned Sports Sunday Night Football Watch Along. I'm your boy King. Great hanging out here with you. Again, like what you're watching. Like, share, subscribe. I know I say it a lot, but it seriously helps us. Trying to get the goal to 100. See if we can get there. And from there, we'll see what we can do. And trying to just build this channel little by little. And everybody in there, like you, Mr. Pickle, like you, ELS, like you, Bosa Fan 97, are helping us out every single day, and we cannot thank you enough. So thank you so very much from the bottom of our heart here at Stay Tuned Sports to you guys. You guys are the real ones. You guys are real. And speaking of real, getting real tight. It's getting real tight right now. 3rd and 1. The Falcons need to get to the 12 to get a first down. The snap. There's a handoff. Yeah, second effort is going to be close. It depends on the spot, and it looks like the spot's going to be short. There's no reviews here within 2 minutes. The officials are calling for 4th down, half a yard. It is half a yard, 4th and inches. Ooh, here we go. Kansas City now has called a timeout. This is fun. If you don't think this is fun, I don't even know what you're doing. This is why we watch football, ladies and gentlemen. This is great. I love this. The Falcons giving us great finishes here for 2 weeks in a row. Can they pull it off again, or do the Chiefs hold on for another close victory when they'll be 3-0 in games that they could have very easily lost and be 0-3? What happens here? Here we go. 4th and inches. Kirk Cousins under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Bijan Robinson, and he's going to be stopped for a 4-yard loss. And where Bijan Robinson could not get anything going in this game, they hand it off to him in the biggest moment of the game. And what happens? The same thing that's happened basically all game for Bijan Robinson and the Atlanta Falcons. A 4-yard loss. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is just about all she wrote. The Falcons only have 2 timeouts. They can only stop the clock twice. Again, their defense got the Chiefs to be 3 and out on the last 2 Chiefs drives. The Falcons got down in the red zone on those 2 drives, and in each of those 2 drives, come back with 0 points. And if, to tell you the truth, if they would have gotten the field, if they would have taken the field goal on the 1, and then got down here again and taken a field goal, they would have had a 1-point lead. So, an argument can be made that they pulled a bit of a Sirianni here, where if you took the points when you needed it, you might be in a better situation than you are now. But that's going to be all. That's all for the after. That's all for how people want to talk about this game afterwards, and we can guess what should have been done or what could have been done, and the fact that Bijan Robinson had nothing going in this game, so why on a 4th and inches would you hand it to him when he hasn't been able to get more than a yard, and he's had a lot of runs for losses in this game? Like, I think that's a question to ask. But the Chiefs' defense steps up big right when they need them. The Falcons maybe have a couple questionable calls on offense there for what they're doing. The Falcons, again, take another timeout. Mahomes kneels again, and that's going to be the last timeout there for the Falcons, as I just take their timeouts now off of the screen. 3rd down, 41 seconds. And this is really all it's going to take, because all Mahomes has to do now is scramble for a little bit and then kneel down. And that will end the game. I know you didn't get as many fantasy points from Mahomes as you were hoping for tonight, ELS. And we'll see how that works for you going into Monday night, where you have an opponent that still has Joe Burrow and James Cook. So, best of luck. May the odds be ever in your favor. But not on solid ground. Mahomes takes the knee. There's 39 seconds left, so there's less time on the clock than there is on the play clock, and that's going to end the game. The Chiefs, once again, escape with a victory. Their 3 games this year have been escapes of victories, and they win 22-17. Again, the Falcons had 2 chances to get a touchdown late in this game to take the lead and possibly the win. And you look back on it, if they would have went for the field goal on the first attempt, they were in position to maybe get the field goal here on the second one and get a 1-point lead at least. As they're only down 5, they would have had 6. Again, that's all stuff that we can talk about later on in the future. But for now, it is a loss for the Falcons here in Week 3. They are 1-2. The Chiefs, again, barely escaped by a toenail against the Ravens. Barely escaped against the Bengals with a pass interference call on 4th and long, and are able to go ahead and beat the Bengals. And then here, the Falcons, right there at the end, and just were unable to get that desperately needed touchdown to take the lead and maybe get the win. And the Chiefs escape yet again. But listen, it's the NFL. It's not college. Style points don't mean shit in the NFL. The only thing that matters is the W's and the L's, and sometimes the T's, because we still get ties every now and then. The Giants and the Redskins had one. Or I'm sorry, Washington football team of Redskin Commanders. So that's where we are. But that's going to be the game. 11 flags in this game. Not great, but not the worst. Again, we've seen the last couple ones. There's been 21, 22 accepted penalties in the game. Again, it's 11 accepted penalties in this game. Not the total flags. Only accepted. Those are the only ones that count. But that's going to do it here. I want to thank everybody for joining us here at Stay Tuned Sports as we watched, we had a good 1 o'clock game there with the Eagles and Saints. I think Giants-Browns might have been better, actually, looking back on it. But still, we had the Eagles and Saints. We had tonight's game here with the Chiefs and the Falcons. And tomorrow night, we're doing the early Monday night game. We are doing the Jaguars at the Bills. Me and Jimbo will both be here for that one. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night here on Stay Tuned Sports. And then, of course, the countdown on Tuesday, main podcast on Wednesday. Thursday night football will be on Thursday, Giants and Cowboys. And Friday night, of course, is the Friday forecast. If you want to make sure you know when all of those videos come out, when they drop, when we go live, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for all notifications, and you will not miss it again. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your boy King, and again, another Falcons classic. They came out on the wrong end this time, but it was fun, was entertaining. I hope you had a blast. I did as well. Until tomorrow night, adios, everybody.